Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 39, almost 40, 39 of the Sea of Souls, our live stream Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by the Elder Brain, which is us. Who are we? We are a bunch of nerdy nerds from Ontario, Canada, who like to make silly voices and play make believe and record it for others to watch. Totally normal. Thanks for hanging out with us. Before we get to announcements, please remember to hit the follow button if you're watching us live on Twitch so we can get those follower numbers up there. We'd love to get to affiliate status so we can start throwing some perks your way for subscribers as well. So hit the follow if you're catching our VOD on YouTube. Then you know what to do. Hit the like, do the subscribe thing, ring the bell. Do all the things so that you can be notified when our new VODs are uploaded. And don't forget to head on over to our link tree where you can find links to all of our socials. You can check out our Podbean if you want to listen to the audio version of this. If you don't feel like looking at our faces and you just want to hear our sweet, sweet voices, you can catch the audio there as well. You can follow us on the Twitter and all those things. Couple of announcements for this evening. If you did not know, we do have a Patreon, and we've just newly finagled our tiers, changed the tiers a little bit to represent some new content that we're going to be coming out with. We have a magazine full of D&D content that we are working on that's going to be out later this month, and we're going to be releasing that regularly throughout the year for our patrons. It's called Brainstorm, and it's going to be full of digital maps and magic items and adventures and spells and rollable tables and all kinds of crazy content. So if you want more D&D content and you want to support us at the same time, go become a patron for less than the cost of a Starbucks coffee per month. So I think it's a pretty good deal. You know, I mean, Starbucks coffee can satisfy you for a little bit, but D&D content it lasts longer.
I thought you were going to say forever there. And I'm like, no, that's too much.
And you can reuse it. Unlike coffee, you can reuse it. So it's a good deal. Don't reuse coffee. Yeah, just
This metaphor is kind of falling apart.
It is. Yes, it is. But that's par for the course for us anyway. So, but anyways, if you are interested and you really want to support us, that's the best way to do it. So head on over to our link tree and you can find the links for all of that. Also, we are like 2-ish weeks away from our Heroes for Cystic Fibrosis charity game. That's on May 28th, and tickets are still available. So please head on over to that. Pick up some tickets. It's such an awesome cause. We get to play some D&D and raise money and help people out. So I mean, D&D and helping people, that's like the best of both worlds. So check that out. Don't miss out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are still available for that. So the link will be in our VOD in the description on YouTube. So you can make sure you catch it there. And we posted in our Discords and all that stuff as well. So check it out. It's going to be fun. Snakes on the Inner Planes is the theme. So that tells you how serious we take this. It's going to be a very, very serious day of it's going to be a lot of fun. So check that out. I think that's it. We will not have a stream next week because it is a holiday Monday for us here in Canada, Victoria Day weekend, or May 2-4, whatever you want to call it. So we will not be streaming. We'll catch you in 2 weeks. I think that's it. So without further ado, let's weigh in, mateys.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way-ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way-ho, the sea of souls. Hey-ho, the sea of souls. Way-ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey-ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way-ho, the sea of souls. Way-ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey-ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey-ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
All right, to recap where we left off last time. After receiving word that Tanshue Vale, ousted and imprisoned high priestess of Desfuna, has been taken deep underground to an old temple by her nefarious nephew, Lord Edard Vale, you traveled south along the coast aboard the Radiant Dawn to anchor in the shallows, where you disembarked and made landfall near the thick woods south of Valtear. Venturing into the caverns and tunnels, you found the temple, fought your way through possessed corpses and less than hardy guards, and at certain points fighting each other. You reunited with Serena, your assassin compatriot, freed a grung named Tika, who then led you to the hidden cells and a trapdoor leading deeper into the old ruins. Descending the winding stairs, you arrived in a crumbling chamber occupied by more undead sentries, who you managed to make short work of. But moving forward proved a little bit difficult as the floor beneath your feet seemed ready to give way in many places. One misstep by Torque almost ended disastrously, but managed to save himself. After doing some exploring, coming to a stone door at the end of a long hallway, you heard several voices speaking beyond. One identifiable as Tanshue, the very priestess that you are searching for, sounding a little bit rough and weathered, having a conversation with her captor, Edard Vale. After brief discussion, it seemed that he was exiting for a time, gave instruction to two other unseen servants to stand by and guard Tanshue. After that revelation, Tayland had a verbal visitation from a voice he had not heard in some time, and as his demeanor shifts rather rapidly, and he seems eager to press through the doorway moving ahead, as Torque has already done so. That is where we pick up for this evening. Gentlemen. The floor creaks and cracks as you hear crumbling stone around you. Drip of water here and there. These ruins are very old. And the further in you go, it's uncertain how well they have survived the passage of time. What would you like to do?
Two things. First of all, I see that we're at a fork in the path here. Could we tell
Correct.
which direction Edard's voice was coming from?
So when it was Flick was listening at the other, it was Flick listening, or I believe, right? It sounded kind of equally from either direction. So it's possible that this links up somewhere further down, but it's echoing through the stone passages, coming from somewhere deeper in.
We got it in stereo. Okay.
Unable to get a specific beat on where.
The other thing Torque would like to. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just wondering. Does it sound like we've been made, or are they continuing their conversation?
So the conversation had ended with Vale giving.
He gave instructions
to a couple of guards to keep watch on her, and then his voice kind of disappeared. So it sounds as though he's left already. Somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Dinar standing back with Tayland. Flick, you were talking about your cousin Adina and some other goblin named Bling. I kind of missed that. Could you tell that story again? While Flick is doing that, Dinar is going to pull out his copper wire, and he's going to point behind himself, looking at Flick intently, but he's going to point his fingers back towards Tayland, and using the message spell, cantrip, sorry, Dinar is going to say, "Is everything all right back there? I feel like there's something coming off of you all of a sudden."
I think we need to take our best advantage at this and act now while we can.
One more time, the copper wire point back. Okay, but What was that? I sensed something coming off of you.
We all have our ataxian marks, don't we?
This is happening well. Flick
Yeah.
can choose
So,
to
yeah,
retell.
So I'm filling in his face at this point, right? And hey, are we gonna go do this thing or what?
Yeah, sorry. I just thought that maybe that your relatives had something to do with what was going on right now.
Oh, I was just saying that that old Grandpa Vale here, he's reminding me a lot of Bling, a little stolen glory going on is my feeling.
Okay.
Torque, what else did you want to do? You had something else?
While this conversation is going on, Torque is just going to silently kind of like say a prayer to Desfuna, not so much asking for good fortune or assistance or anything, but more sort of just asking for guidance.
Okay.
They've made it this far, and they're about to rescue Tanshue, hopefully, and confront Edard Vale. And so at this point, Torque kind of realizes that he's not sure what Desfuna will want done with him. So that is sort of the question that he's asking in his prayer.
Okay. Give me a religion check,
Okay.
if you would.
Oof, 6. Oh, no, that's a 9. Never mind. So +4 is 13.
13. Okay. You try to kind of quiet your mind in the midst of everything that's going on around you, and you don't so much get a verbal response, and you've heard Desfuna's voice every now and then. The connection seems a little bit distant, actually, at the moment. There's almost as though there's some sort of interference. You can sense or you can feel that comforting presence, but it's dim, it's faded, it's not as strong as you would hope it.
Torque will just sort of let a low growl of frustration, and then turn around to face Flick. He'll just say, "I'll go south, you go north. I don't know if there are any exits on the other side of this room, but at least we can cut these ones off."
I'll be that.
As Torque will move down to the southbound door.
Okay.
Take a little peek around this corner.
All right.
So yeah, I will not round the corner. I'll peek around.
Gotcha.
Just wanted to.
So both of you see similar hallways, however, Torque's is in much worse disrepair. At the end of each is a stone door guarded by more of the undead sentries, who just kind of are again standing there motionless. And Torque, are you coming like right out into view there?
Well,
or were you doing a
you know what?
like Flick was?
If you let me walk it back, but also if you don't let me walk it back, I totally understand.
Well, just what would Torque's intent be? Like you're walking down, would he just like go around the corner?
I think it would make sense that they would probably try and like rush simultaneously, like on a count of 3 or something. So he probably wouldn't be like charging in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I'll make eyes at you down the hallway and to give you the
All right.
one this way.
So I'll get both of you to give me a stealth check, please, as you are trying to peek around.
All right.
This I might be able to do. Kerblam. How's a 22 work for you?
No, that's pretty good.
Did mine roll?
I don't see it.
Let me try that again.
Yeah, Mike, I did add Serena to your
Yes, I saw. I
list
just
so she can see
How's an
her stuff
11?
as well.
How's an 11 work out for you?
11. All right. So Flick, being small and quick, just kind of takes a peek around, and bam. Get enough of a glimpse to see, there's a dude there. Pull back. Torque a little bit more
More of a
not as finessed in kind of pulling around and kick some stones loose. And the sentry's eyes light up purple. Spear comes down, and it immediately starts coming in your direction.
Torque will silently just kind of look over his shoulder and try to get Dinar's attention.
Okay. And we will go ahead and roll. Hold on. Let me clear out the initiative here because it was still there from last time. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
What did I?
Wolf. I got 12.
Fire tonight.
Oh my goodness, Flick. 23. Nice.
I'll roll for Serena. Ooh, ouch. 5 for Serena.
I got 16.
That's rough.
I feel like that's happened a couple times with me and Talon. We've been the same.
That's rough. All right.
Well, Serena will back clean up, I guess.
So Flick, you get the jump. You hear Torque kick a stone, and from down his hallway you hear like kind of a growl of attention. You hear from around the corner from where you are. You can kind of hear like a bit of a shuffle, as well as that one seems to have been alerted, but not to you. It just seems to some sort of connection, perhaps.
So how does this work? If I break cover, do I immediately lose any advantage, or?
If you want to, at this point, since you succeeded on your stealth roll, I would say that it is essentially surprised at the moment. Yeah, if you want to use your advantage on it, I would say, because you got a 20, what was it, a 22 on your stealth. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got the
I can
jump.
actually get to him. 1, 2.
It's safe to say that you can move quick enough to surprise it at the moment. As you do run down the hallway, you do see its eyes light up, but it hasn't moved yet. It just seems to be alerted by your presence. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I guess I'm not going to booming blade it because I can't get close enough. So I'll just have to do the old-fashioned whip. First one with advantage, you said. So I will do that. 25 will probably hit.
Yes. 25 will.
So 10 slashing on the first one.
Okay.
And then I will second attack. 18.
18 will also hit.
Beauty. Another 8. And is there anything else that I want to do? I think that might actually be it. Used all my movement, and now my bonus actions will do anything. Yeah, I'm done.
Talon,
Okay.
you are aware that combat has initiated. You saw Flick burst around the corner and can hear the movement of some
We're doing
armored
this.
individuals.
I wouldn't necessarily know that Torque also has one, though, right? I would just know that there's one up with Flick. So
I think Torque yelled something behind him, but
He didn't yell. He just kind of
Oh.
looked over and tried to signal Dinar.
okay. With your passive perception, you likely would have caught some sort of
Some whip cracks, if nothing else.
yeah.
Dinar, are you heading north then? 'Cause you're already
I-
kind of up that way. Is that where you're
I
going?
imagine that that's where Dinar would be heading up. Yeah.
Okay,
that's-
so I'll go back up Torque.
Sweet.
Okay.
So that's going to be
Much obliged.
so I can move onto Torque's space, but obviously I can't stay there. So I guess I have to remain just beside him, right?
Right. Yeah. If you had enough movement to get past him, you can squeeze past him, but otherwise you can't occupy the same space as him.
Then I'm going to cast Gust of Movement to move myself 10 feet.
Okay.
Hello. Whoa. Okay. Yep. We got a
You
baddie.
kind of blow past them and you see glowing eyes. This one has started moving forward. Seems to be kind of breaking out of its stance.
Righto. Good old salt to the head.
Okay.
And I assume I have no advantage on this?
Correct.
Now, my bird can't fly out that far to give me the help action, so I will just take the shot.
Okay.
Oh, but it's weird. Okay.
That is weird. It didn't roll anything.
13 to hit.
13 does not.
Ah.
Bounces off its armor. Just
Well.
scatters.
All right. Well, now I soften him up for you, Torque.
Alrighty.
That's me.
All right, Dinar.
Well, Dinar is going to move himself right up to the end of the hallway. So, 15, 20, 25. He doesn't want to get around the corner because he wants to keep his eye on the other two. But from there, how far away am I? 35. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that goes 120 feet. All right.
It's a firebolt.
I think 120 is more than 35 last I checked. I'm not that good at math, but
in my brain, firebolt was 30 feet. I don't know why. So
even
once
with my
Dinar gets over
dyscalculia,
there,
I think that works.
once Dinar gets over there, sees the other skeletal figure that we'd already fought, Dinar is going to mutter some arcane words under his breath and shoot out a firebolt, which is more powerful now.
What do those arcane words sound like, Dinar?
I don't know. I'm not good at that stuff.
Waga baba bobo.
Portano. Pordigiama.
What's I'll think of something.
Flaming fiery fire.
Yes, but in Draconic.
There we go.
Abracapocus.
Comes out as
Hocus cadabra.
You
Walla
just
Walla,
knew.
Washington.
I'm not rolling this with advantage, just a regular roll.
Take this game very seriously, folks.
Crying out loud. I'm just picking up right where I left off last week. That's an 11 to hit.
11 is definitely not it.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Flick's ears kind of do one of these as the firebolt comes a little too close.
No. It just dissipates off of the armor and just like shh. Doesn't break through.
Dinar is going to be frustrated that he's used a lot of his magical power and doesn't have anything more powerful to throw.
All right, is that all you got?
That will be Dinar's turn for now.
Shake it off,
Right.
D. You got this, buddy.
Torque.
All right. Well, now the Talon's here. That kind of gets rid of Torque's plan, which was just to collapse this tunnel and take the one to the north. But
But you can still collapse part of the tunnel I'm not in.
how far
You're
away are
open
these
for
guys? Torque can't actually see far enough to see the baddie, so he'll turn to Talon and ask, "How far away is he?"
Weren't their eyes glowing?
Yes, their eyes are glowing, so you can see eyes glowing right here.
Right here. Okay.
That's how I can see them because I just shot
And
at the glowing eyes.
does the floor here look really crumbly, like it
It
did?
It does indeed. Yes. Here, because their eyes are glowing. Let me do.
Give some ambient light.
Torque is going to look over his shoulder at Talon and holding his anchor in two hands, be like, "Do you trust me?"
Not with any amount of any fiber in my body.
Good enough.
Go ahead.
Torque will just raise up and just try and like slam his anchor down on the floor
Ooh.
to see if he could, collapse the floor under the Guardian.
Well, there goes any chance of stealth.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. I'm going to do this recklessly. I said I'm going to do this recklessly.
Drum roll.
Come on, roll 20. Get your act together.
It might just be something on my end, We don't always have to bite the hand that feeds us. It's going to be a 23 to hit the floor.
You successfully hit the floor. Go ahead and roll your damage.
14.
14. All right. You give it a good crack down. Doesn't collapse the tunnel, but you definitely break loose. So the spot in front of you that's already got a pretty significant gap in it, you collapse a good 2-foot chunk of it that just breaks apart, and you do see some rocks fall from the ceiling and from the wall as well. It kind of shatters. Doesn't seem to quite do the effort, but definitely puts a big gash in the floor. And
Does it run the full? Oh, sorry.
After a second, you do see a couple more cracks kind of appear further down. Doesn't go all the way down to him though.
Were you trying to Hulk smash the floor like the Incredible Hulk? The first man?
Well, I mean, my thinking was that it also kind of cuts off an exit point if Edard tries to escape through one of these passages. So
that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Kind of holding him in.
Gotta come through us.
I like it. I like it.
That being said, does the hole in the floor I created run the full width of the hallway?
It does.
Okay. I mean, that will keep them from approaching. The spears might still be a problem if those are reach, but
so I'd say directly in front of you, you can see that this gash is about 3 feet across and runs and goes wall to wall, and then further down you can see there's another gash not quite as wide, probably about 1 or 2 feet that runs across as well. So there are a few gaps.
Hit it again.
And a lot of rubble.
Okay. Not really much else I can do here, so I'll end my turn.
Okay. That brings us to them. All right. Flick, the one engaged with you, does have a rather long spear. It's going to reach, so it is going to attack you with reach from where it stands. 21 to hit.
Oh boy. Well, let's see if I got a hope. Come on, shield. All right. So my AC is currently 20. I'm going to burn my second last spell slot and shield that.
Okay.
Oof, coming down to the wire.
Yeah.
It's going to follow it up with the second spear attack. That will miss with a 7.
That one I don't have to spell on.
That one you manage to kind of just duck as it goes for the wall and misses wide.
I threw off his grip by deflecting the first one.
One in front of you with Torque takes a couple steps forward, and rather than being some sort of mindless animated zombie you see it come and pause at the crack and kind of look down at it and look at you, showing that there is some sort of intelligence here. Being only a 1 foot gap, it does just a standing jump over and comes within 10 feet of you, and with its spear having reach is going to make an attack against you, Torque, for 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, but you did have advantage.
You are correct. So the 22 is also
that still hits.
All right. So that will be a measly 6.
Okay.
You're not raging, are you?
I am not raging.
Okay.
I've been trying to conserve those. I'm wondering if maybe that's not the best thing I could be doing right now.
Okay, so 6 piercing damage and second attack 16 to hit.
16 will miss.
Misses. Your AC is 17, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's correct.
And so that will be it for that. And that will bring us to Serena. Serena is going to she's going to go up with Dinar. She's pretty confident that Torque can kind of handle things down there, so she'll just kind of come up and pulls out her crossbow and just kind of has it ready and just looks at you, Dinar, and says, "All good down there?"
Just one so far.
Not too bad. She will ready an attack for if anything comes into view. She will do a snipey. That will bring us to Flick.
All right, here's what's going to happen. So Paige is going to move up, help action, and back off.
Okay.
She's got flyby, so she doesn't provoke opportunity attacks or any garbage like that.
Just go like crap on its shoulder or something.
Yeah, just sort of swoops around, flies around his face a few times, trying to distract it a little bit. So Flick can duck in, and he's going to tap it with a little booming blade action.
Nice.
Like so. Oh, this is with advantage, so I'll just roll that again. There's a 16 hit.
16 does not hit.
Son of a...
Very well armored.
All right, that's okay. In that case, I will bonus action whip. 21, that'll...
21 does hit, definitely.
Another 10 slashing.
Ooh, still hanging on.
Yeah, I really wish...
Taking a couple of good chunks out of it. You can see, parts of its kind of decayed flesh have broken off, and the purple in its eyes is kind of flickering a little bit. It seems to be just hanging on.
Yeah. All right. That was... I think I'm going to stay tucked in next to him then, so he doesn't go after D or anything. So I'm done.
Okay. Kalen.
It's getting a little too close for comfort, but I will get my parrot to go and harass it a little bit for the help action.
Okay.
We'll get him. Flies over and starts pecking at his glowing eyes. And I will try this again. I'll kind of reach to the side of where Torque is and kind of try to position the gun.
Okay.
I don't know. Am I able to do that, or is he giving it cover?
No. You can. He's an ally, so you can maneuver around, go between the legs, something,
Perfect.
23. If he was large, I'd say it'd be chunk, but he's technically only medium, so 23 will hit.
8 piercing damage as a bullet of salt flies into the creature.
Okay.
And that'll be it for me. I'm mostly tapped out, so I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of crazy stuff right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, I'm saving it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dinar.
Dinar, also being tapped, is going to resort back to the thing that failed last time. It's going to pull a little mote of fire and throw it at the skeleton thing in front of us with this dice. That's better. That's a dirty 20.
Yay.
That's a 13 plus my 7.
That will dirty hit.
So this is 2d10 damage. Let's do these two. Not great. That's only 5. That's 5 damage.
That is enough.
Hey! It's the first creature I've killed in a while.
So you managed to penetrate through the couple spots in the armor that Flick has gashed open, and you watch as it's your bolt kind of hits it, and there's a bit of a crackle and spark as the eyes go, and the form collapse and turns to dust, leaving just the armor there.
Nice shooting, D.
Thanks, Flick. Serena, why don't you go down and see if they need any help down there?
Sure.
We're all good, actually.
All right, Torque.
Okay, so before I decide what I'm going to do, question. Given the state of the floor, is this skeleton guy theoretically able to approach me any closer than he already is?
He's not able to. He would not be able to occupy the space currently in front of you. With his spear, he doesn't need to. So
Okay.
that's what you kind of gather. Yeah, he has reach. So
I am going to go into my shell, which will bring my AC up to 21. And
Indeed.
because he's more than 5 feet away, that means that his attacks against me will have disadvantage because I'm prone.
okay.
Oh,
Conveniently, that also gives Talon way more room to aim his gun since I'll be on the ground.
nice.
And it does give Talon cover, so he can't. Yeah. Okay.
Hey.
Excellent tactic. There we go.
I hardly ever get to
Behind
use
the
it,
shell.
so
Yeah. Awesome.
Just use the big spikes on the back as iron sights.
All right. It cannot reach tail end from where it is. It kind of looks at Torque, and then it looks up at the bird flying overhead, and it's gonna hit the bird or not. That's a natural 1 for a minus. So for a 6.
Go, Willie, go.
But it's gonna go for another attack against the bird. Oh my word, that's a 9.
Nice.
That
Willie
will not hit.
worked even better than expected.
Willie just like flies around and stays. It will take a step back and just kind of. You see it kind of almost like cock its head, almost like animal-like, like as it's seemingly kind of thinking. As it does, it's like the cracking of bone, and its eyes just kind of flash a purple.
You couldn't hit the broadside of a turtle opera singer.
You just hear like a very like heavy reverberated groan from inside the shell.
All right. So Serena is like, Kaylin, you said you could.
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
We don't. I don't need any help. I'm fine.
1, 2, 3, 5. Nice work, Flick. She kind of raises her crossbow and just aims at the door, just in case someone comes walking through there.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed next.
All right. And that comes to you, Flick.
I will move up to the door, and one of the very few times I get to use my always watching racial feature of the Careful Goblin featured in your campaign book, I can do a perception check as a bonus action. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And it really paid off, you know?
You're distracted by stepping over the armor and the
it's very crunchy.
corpse sling. You look down and you're like, hey, that was a good shot. Where I got that. A little bit distracted. You don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Sounds good to me.
If you are using your listening though.
Oh yeah, that'd be with the.
You have advantage, yes,
Ooh.
because of your ears.
Hey, 16's a little better.
Hey.
Okay.
Double the last one.
So you don't hear anything immediately on the other side. You do hear what sounds like another door opening somewhere beyond this door, not too far away. There's the sound of like kind of a stone opening.
Oh yeah, is this a stone door?
It is a stone door.
Is it going to take significant effort to open, or just my object interaction?
Depends on if it's locked or not. But with your that was a perception to listen. So if you're giving a quick glance, it'll look different. But I'd say just passive perception. It doesn't appear to be locked. Nothing down here.
All right, I will shoot a glance down to Dinar and Serena, and then I'll push the door open.
Gotcha.
Sounds like we've got more company coming.
So on the other side of the door, so you do see another door here, and then the passage kind of goes through the chamber immediately in front of you to another one beyond. In the chamber, there are very ornate, they're obviously decorational armor, very ornate and elaborate, very old. There's signs of rust on them. They've been here for a very long time. But there's a lot of them. And they all are in like slightly different positions. They all seem to be like plate armor, full plate armor. One's got a shield, with a sword like this. The other one is just like slightly more kind of at an angle. One's holding a long spear. One's got a great sword that it's got, held by the hilt and sword down. Just various knightly armor, kind of like almost standing on guard like around the room, but they're very decorative. You can see that you can see some holes where like some of it has worn away as well. Like there's a couple of a pauldron from one of them is like laying on the ground as it's kind of fallen off, and you can see underneath where there's like wires that have kind of like we're holding it together to keep it up. So At one point, they probably were very, very glamorous looking and shiny, but age has definitely been taking its toll, and they kind of look worn and on the brink of falling
in those
apart.
gaps and holes, I don't see like any mechanism inside.
No.
It's just
yeah.
Okay. Very good. I think actually I'll have a page move so I can see some light. That's half the page's movement. There's a door, there's armor, and then there's looks like another chamber here. All right, I've moved 5. I'll move another 20 to get a look in there. So just 2 doors.
So as you enter into that room, you do see this door has opened, and you do see another
special
sentinels is coming. It has just started stepping through as you open that door.
All right.
And more ornate armor. One of them is like barely held together, fully rusted. You can see where there's some water damage leaking through the ceiling.
This cat also has a long spear.
He does. Yeah, they all seem to be identically armored. Like they've got all the same kind of armor, fairly rusted, but well crafted originally, and big long spears.
All right, then I will move up my last 5 feet of movement to get in range to start flogging him, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, you used your bonus action, your free object interaction, and move. So yeah.
I guess technically I can hit him from here on the diagonal, yeah? Or would he have cover?
He would have partial cover, yeah, because you're going around your corner, and then he's slightly behind that corner as well. Fine. Yeah.
All good. I will whip him twice.
Whip.
Good.
Here we go. First one is
you must whip him.
27. That'll probably
yes, sir. That will definitely
for 8 slashing.
Okay. You kind of catch him off guard as I wasn't quite expecting you to come that soon. As you give him a
15's not going to
whack. That will not. He manages to kind of get the spear up and just kind of block the second whip and just knock it aside.
Just move 30. I will have Paige park there, and I'm done.
All right. Tayland, you've got Torque in defensive mode in front of you, offering some cover.
Yeah, I guess we'll get some more distractions going on the creature, and I'll use that to my advantage.
Sure.
As I shall once again take a good old shot. Without jeez.
Oh.
It's an 11.
Fortunately not.
All right.
King's off of the pauldron.
Yeah. No, Willie doesn't have flyby, so not advisable to get him to fly out of there.
Yeah, one hit, he's dead, right? So
well, but on the other hand, he's gonna get 2 attacks on him on the thing's next turn, right? So it might be better for him to fly away and risk the 1 attack than to risk 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll get him to try and fly back towards me.
Okay. Turn attack. And he's gonna miss because that's another natural 1.
Wow. This guy sucks.
He does suck. until he gets the double crit, but yeah. So far he sucks.
He's been guarding the broken hall for too long.
That's true. Yeah.
Got lazy.
Guard of the broken hall. New moniker. Decrepit guard of the broken hall.
And I guess that's me.
That's you.
Don't worry, I got this.
All right.
Yeah, I'm hearing gunshots echoing up the hallways, and
he's followed by cursing.
Pew, pew.
Dinar. Flick has clearly engaged with something further down the hallway.
Yeah, and I can see that that Torque and Tayland are stuck at that corner. Tayland seems confident that they can handle it, but they haven't moved up, whereas we have. I've got one more of these. That one I have to be 30 feet. Yeah, this sucks.
This sucks.
Yeah, this sucks.
Sorry for rushing
Aptly
ahead.
said.
No. It's not that you rushed ahead. It's that we don't know what's coming from the bottom, and we're split right now. You haven't been touched yet, right? Flick hasn't been touched yet.
I've been doing my damnedest to avoid
No.
And Serena's
You've seen him dodging pretty well, yeah, so far.
Serena's going down there with you, but I know that Torque is in rougher shape.
D, I got this handle. Go help them.
I mean, yeah, that's probably what makes the most sense.
I mean, you did finish the last one off, but
All right, Dinar will make his way down the hallway, but before he goes, Serena, help Flick. 15, 20, 25, 30.
Of course.
And then Dinar will just double move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll get to there. What is taking you guys so long?
You hear her mutter as you leave. He still thinks he's my captain.
Maybe you should have ended up with a please.
Probably should have.
He's just too used to giving orders around everybody.
See, you can peek around the corner and you can see Torque in shell mode, and you can see the cracked floor and the figures kind of standing back a little bit. So gives you a good gauge of the situation. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't need to come down here.
All right, Torque.
Well, let's see.
Hanging out your shell?
Yeah, the only action that I can take while I'm in the shell is a bonus action to get out of the shell. I think that what we're doing right now is probably the best thing I can do at the moment, considering that I've got like 49 out of 120 hit points, so I probably shouldn't be throwing myself into the fray. Torque is just going to stay where he is and let the projectile fighters use him as a makeshift cover.
Cool. All right. You don't want Talon to kick you down the hallway and start bouncing back and forth.
Jump on the edge of his shell and he goes.
Yeah, exactly, and pick you up upside down.
Probably not. I probably would not like that, especially because there's a hole in the floor right in front of me.
Yeah. It's like Mario sacrificing Yoshi over the hole. What a jerk. All right, it is their turn. So this one will step forward again towards Torque. And with no other target within reach, it is at disadvantage. So that's going to miss. It's 8 and a 7. Hey, there we go. Oosh. 19, but your AC is currently 21.
21,
right?
yes.
Correct. So that will... You feel a tink on the edge, on the outside of your shell, followed by a kind of a very frustrated undead growl.
You just hear a very heavy reverb growl back from inside the shell.
All right, Flick. This one is going to step up through the doorway to get
fella.
Full encounter with you here, and he's going to take a stabby stab. Wow, these guys are garbage. That's a 7. He's going to miss. 16 to hit.
16 might.
You got to roll your shield for that one.
Yeah, come on, shield. Yes. AC is 20.
All right.
I don't know why they think this thing's cursed.
And it is going to... You see it suddenly kind of like its armor starts to glimmer a little bit as it begins emitting some light.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Comes off of it. And then you see that light kind of pulse and go very bright for a second. It kind of seems to fill the entire hallway behind it.
Countdown timer appears over its head. 5, 4.
All right.
An MMO
now? Serena. Seeing what's happening up there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She can
see 2 of his corners.
Yeah,
Actually, it'll have cover, but not superior cover, I think.
No, yeah. So, yeah, it's worth it. She'll go for it. She's a pretty good shot, usually. So she will take a light crossbow attack. It's 20. Its AC would only be 19 with its cover. So, yep.
Hey.
That's 1 better than necessary. So it will take 9 points of piercing damage. It is immune to the extra poison damage.
She's got an ally, Jason, if that triggers her.
And you are within 5 feet. Yes, so it does, because she is a sassy assassin.
There we go.
She will deal an extra 15 points of sneak attack damage and finds that sweet spot with the crossbow bolt that just goes like right underneath the chin guard, goes up through the head, and you watch the head just kind of knock back, and then it just like turns to dust as it falls back, and the light goes out on the armor as well.
Very good, very good.
I soften them, you guys finish them. All right, let's go.
All right, and Flick, that'll bring us to your turn.
All right. Assuming things are going swimmingly with 3 of them, they can't possibly be still floundering as 1. So I'm going to continue moving forward. I guess I will send page 10, 20, half her movement. So there's another door at the end there.
There's another door at the end, and you see a opening in the passageway off to the left. With no door.
All right.
Yeah.
And by my pacing of this, that is not where the other corridor would be. That is something new. So
I'd say, yeah, you can gather that.
So that is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, I see someone peeking.
You do see another lit up individual.
And it's another one of these cats.
Seems to be the same.
All right. I can't get close enough, so I will ready and attack for when he gets to there. He moves up. I'm assuming he's going to have a long spear, so he won't have to close with me. So I will.
Correct.
Already a whip attack then, and I'm done.
All right.
Paige will come tuck in next to me.
Okay. Kalen.
It's fine, Didara. Don't worry. I got this. It's fine. It's fine. I got this.
This time for sure.
He's not feeling salty at all.
No. this time I'm gonna send Willie in again. I'm pretty convinced at this point that this zombie can't hit anything. So I'm just.
It's not a zombie.
It's a skeleton.
Whatever.
It's also not mindless. Clearly, it has some intelligence.
It's not just falling
Clearly.
in the cracks.
23 to hit.
Hey.
Yes, that will hit.
For 6 piercing.
Okay. Worn through a bit of the armor. You just kind of aim the same spot that you hit before, and it like actually punctures through this time.
Nice. All right, let's bring Willie back. Here we go.
Spear attack.
Oh,
That's a 20 to hit Willie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done.
7 points.
Oh no.
Well,
6 more than he had, right? That's
I've told you before, Willie. You mock an enemy that much, they're bound to hit you.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that part of the plan?
So it stabs your Willie. What else do you want to do now?
There's not much else I've got because I don't want to spend anything.
All right, Denara, you watch this.
We
go
all
down.
know there's a boss fight coming up.
You see the shot. You see the bird get skewered. Yeah, pop, basically like a balloon. Yeah, So just poof, puff of feathers and it's gone.
Dinar's going to take a look down the hallway. You guys have just been dealing with this one?
Well, you see, it's yes.
Okay. Dinar will create another little boat of fire and hurl it towards the skeleton down the hallway.
Mm-hmm. More desiccated corpse than skeleton or
All
zombie.
right. That's a good roll. 16 plus my 7, so 23 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, and 2d10. Those two sucked last time. Let's go with these two. Hey, that's better. That's a 4 and a 5, so that's 9.
No.
9
All
damage.
Right. It's a good blast as you manage to burn part of its exposed skin away, but it is still hanging on. Looks rough, very rough, but it is still standing.
That worked on the last one, so it must be tougher.
This one can't hit
my
for crap,
comment.
but it seems to be able to take the hits.
See, you see.
You just got to keep doubling your damage rolls every turn, and eventually you'll take
That's
one
right.
out.
Basic
Is that a
economics.
Dinar?
Yeah. That is all that Dinar is going to do for now.
I may have kind of pigeonholed
Yeah.
myself into this position. Hang on, quick question. Doesn't Talon's Familiar have flyby?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it
Talon's
doesn't?
does not,
Okay.
no.
When I summon it as a beast, it does, but as a familiar, it does not.
Right, okay.
All right, Torque, you're
Well,
up.
I've kind of pigeonholed myself into this position, but I'm just going to stay in my shell.
Okay.
It's doing more good than if I were to not be right now, so.
What is it with us and undead?
Seemingly.
Every time there's only like one undead, and it's the hardest thing ever.
You know why we're facing so
It's
many
true.
undead? It's because we don't have a cleric.
All right. Disadvantaged attack with its spear against you. Hits the shell, bounces off. 20, so it still misses because with the disadvantage. So your shell is proving to be the difference there. Flick, you had a readied attack, I believe, so it does trigger as it steps forward to engage with you.
Absolutely. 22. That'll
22 will
hit.
definitely hit.
9
Yes, sir.
slashing.
Excellent. All right, and it is going to step up
Readiness.
to you, and it is going to 16 on a first attack.
A potential. No.
Okay, and second attack is a 21.
All right, here we go. All right. Last spell slot is burned.
Oh, shielding it. Okay.
Yikes.
Shield that one.
All right. You managed to deflect its attack then.
I am out of spells.
Well, you're going into a potential boss fight with max health, so
That's why I've been
straight
doing
off.
it.
Serena sees a door. Serena hears you fighting down there. She's going to follow you. 5, 10.
It's just occurred to me that if this thing can't get across this chasm, we could just leave.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Flick, you doing okay?
Yeah, it's another one of these chumps. You want to light them up?
I can't quite get to him right now, but I'll tell you what, if he steps a little bit closer, I'll be sure to put one between the eyes.
Yeah, I'll see what I leave behind for you
So
then.
she'll ready an attack, and it's your turn. Okay, flick, flick.
I will move up. Paige will do a hokey pokey in and out to give me help on the first attack, which is
What
going
it's
to be a
all about.
booming blade. Please land this time. There we go. Pair of 27s.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Wow.
so you can
Pair
enjoy
of 27s, aces high.
12 points of damage in total.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll take that.
As a bonus action, I will
You can
whip
stagger back a
again.
bit.
23 will probably
Yeah.
hit. Another 8 slashing.
Kablam.
Nice. Don't even have
You
to do
take that
anything
one
fancy.
down quite easily, it would seem.
All right. that was only 5 feet of movement. I'll continue moving.
Okay.
10.
So as you move forward
is this looking
towards
crumbly or
no, you see black inky tentacles seem to be reaching from around and beyond this door, some breaking out through the wall, seeming to starting to spread out. They move very, very slowly, but there is movement that you see.
well, that ain't good. Actually, I would have seen those from like if I move up, or would have seen them where I was standing.
You would have seen them, yeah. As soon as you drop the guy and you can see beyond,
Okay.
kind of right just by this door here, you can see them. The tentacles are like kind of reaching out, breaking through spots in the wall, and around the door. And the door itself seems to has like really, really small tendrils kind of here and there around it.
Are they looking like black goo zombie kind of black tentacles?
That is exactly what they look like.
All right. That is not a solo mission there. And just alcoves to the north and south here, or what am I looking at? I can't really
From where you are, you wouldn't necessarily see. It just looks like they are more like passages, perhaps. Like they break open.
Okay.
Do you remember there was another door that you passed up
That's true.
to the north that you would likely be able to
Connect up.
You're an
there.
adventurer. If you can't connect that simple of a map, go home. So yeah.
All right. In that case, I've moved 5 feet. I will now go see if I can help everyone else. There's 10, 15, 20. Perfect. I will open this door.
Okay.
And I have one more square.
Okay.
And Paige still has tons of movement left. She can get to there. And that's my turn.
Okay, so you see a door here. That one likely connects to the hallway that you believe your compatriots would have gone down.
Pincer
and
maneuver,
just
man. It's all
more ceremonial armor, kind of all over in various states of disrepair. Some of them have weathered better than others, but standing this close to you, you look over it. It's not functional armor. Like this isn't the kind of thing where you'd be like, hey, I could use that. It's like sheet metal thin. Just it's purely ornamental.
Yeah, if someone comes through and dusts this stuff, is going to crumble.
At this point, likely, yeah, it's quite old, yeah. Kayland.
Oh boy. I tell you, man, if I ever see another risen skeleton or zombie in the rest of my life, that'll be too soon. Die, please. Never mind.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
No!
As you dialogue at it and or monologue, you're like, you must have died. It's like, oh, it's gonna shoot me again, and it just like tosses out of the way as the shot comes.
All right, guys.
No, it just bounces off of it, but yeah.
I think I might have to just use some magic, but we'll have to wait till next turn.
Dinar.
Dinar, becoming increasingly worried that we haven't heard or seen Flick, is going to hopefully throw one more firebolt at this thing.
Flick, who would have heard that gunshot beyond that door up ahead.
Yeah,
kind of solidifying your. Yeah, you're like, they're there,
I'm on the right track here.
and they're still fighting.
I'm rolling my eyes a bit here, but yeah.
The gunshot at least tells you that Talon's alive. As far as you know,
that's
so.
good.
True.
Or the bad guys now have a gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Ooh, gun wielding undead. That'd be fun. Sorry, Dinar, what are you doing?
A firebolt.
Been dead.
Fire.
Rolled an 18 plus my 7 for 25
5.
to hit.
I'm
I'm
Join
gonna
our
roll-
Patreon this month for stat blocks on Gun Dead.
Gun dead.
I am
Next
going
time,
to
next
declare
month.
I'm throwing. Have I thrown my power surge yet? I haven't. I'm going to throw power surge in this because we need to get this done.
Okay.
So 2d10 3 damage.
That'll do it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
seriously?
Well, my power surge will, I think, make it 5. So
You like kill it and then kill it again. You just blast through its head, just disintegrates in a burst of fire. Its battered helmet drops to the ground, ting 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 ting, and falls down the crack and gets kind of lodged, half lodged in the ground as it drops.
seeing the cracks and realizing that's maybe not going to be our method of moving forward, Dinar is going to move back towards Flick, where he thinks Flick is. 25, 30,
So-
right to there.
As we are out of combat, Flick, you're able to deduce that the rest
Oh yeah,
of the way
I'll
seems
go
to
up
be
and
clear,
open
and
the
you can
door
hear-
because I'm ready to.
Yeah, I'm thinking
in
this.
and help.
I was waiting. This is gonna be hilarious. So you guys finally drop it, and then you see Flick open the door at the another hallway.
Told
I've
you
been
we had
waiting.
this.
Come on.
Listen,
I'm assuming you guys also killed 3 of them.
yes.
Wordlessly, Torque is just going to stand up, back up 5 feet, and then jump the gap.
Dinar will
Only
continue to
ranged
make his
spell
way.
would have been Spiritual Swabby, which would have been awesome to make him trip and fall down the hole, but you know. That's okay. All right. So, hey fellas, I found an awesome door that has black goo tentacles coming out of it. I think I found the spot.
Did you touch it?
Oh hell no.
Oh, good. I don't know. With that shield, you never know. You tend to pick up random things. You didn't try to eat it, did you?
There's a certain level of rot that you go for, and then there's a line. This is over that line.
Oh, I'm glad we finally found it.
When it starts to liquefy and putrefy, that's yeah.
Noted.
Dinar, you catch up with Serena there, and you see that she's kind of crouched down on the ground, and just seems to be watching the tentacles and kind of paying real close attention. And she kind of hears you coming behind. She's like, "That's not a good sign, is it?"
Does this look like where have we seen black tentacles before?
Well, I mean, there's black
Several
tide.
places, basically wherever Triskades is. They tend to
I'm
be
assuming black tentacles means we're dealing with, same black
stuff
goo.
that's on
You
the
know,
sea.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
black goo, right? Yeah.
Old one is the black tide, of course, itself, which was practically swallowing up Ebonport.
It is the mark of Triscuits. All right.
Episode
The mark of Triscuits.
Mark of Triscuits. Oh,
I mean, I think that's not even the first time we've made that joke.
I don't know, but I love it. Ian drops so many of them. It's hard to keep up.
That's true.
So quick with it, man.
All right. I mean, it still looks like a door, right? We can just.
It does. It looks like the same stone doors that you've already encountered in this level of the dungeon, but it does have small tendrils that are
And I gotta say, I really appreciate
not quite
the
encasing
acoustics
it,
of this
but
joint.
seem to be just protruding from various locations at the moment.
I was able to hear that conversation through all these closed doors and everything else. Either the acoustics to this place are great, or someone was protecting.
Well, we can
projecting
test that
for
right
us.
now.
We might have
Give me an insight check, Flick. Let's just throw this out there.
Yeah. Have we been baited into this spot? 20. 30-20 on the inside.
You gather that it's less of the original acoustics and might have something to do with the fact that there are gaps and cracks everywhere
Hey. All right.
that are, there's gaps in the hole or gaps in the hole. There's gaps in the floor, like cracks in the ceiling, some of the walls. So
sound is carrying in weird ways.
yeah,
Anyway.
because
Okay.
this place is, as the place like continues to just decay and fall apart, it just breaks open those previously solid barriers. Yeah.
Devin just thought you'd like to
Oh.
know that Trillium is very sad that Willie has been skewered.
Mm.
Mm.
Don't worry,
like
he'll return.
you don't like skewered parrot?
It's
I can't
part
say I've
of
ever tried it actually. But...
it's part of the deal we made when we first met each other.
If we want to get this door open.
He gets unlimited crackers, and sometimes he gets stabbed.
If we want to open this door, I do have Mage Hand prepared. I can open it from here.
It might be worth a shot.
That sounds way safer than getting close to them tentacles. So do it.
Well, do we have any reason to believe that casting magic at black goo is a good idea?
I don't know that we have any reason to think that it's
not.
Well,
I'm just wondering if it's like chaos, if it's the material of chaos stuff, is throwing magic at it actually like better or worse? Like, would it actually be better to use a mundane method than to use magic?
A pointed stick.
Yes.
Mm.
No, what you get is a lockpick on the end of a pointed stick.
We'll just tape them on there.
Lockpick on a stick. Lock stick.
Well, let's see if Mage Hand can do it, and if that doesn't work, then we'll try something.
Everybody stand back!
Yeah, Serena.
Nara's going to cast a useful spell. Anything could happen.
Nara's going to cast Mage Hand right in front of Talen's face, and it's going to smack him.
I love it.
Ow!
Useful.
And then move over to the door.
Okay.
That seemed very unnecessary.
Oh, it was out of my control. You know, the hand just has a mind of its own sometimes. So,
Chaos magic, you know.
Yeah, that's my Ataxian curse, yeah.
It's random. It's like from Evil Dead 2. Just,
Yeah.
So I
you have your
move up to
hand.
the door and go to open the
Okay.
door.
Uses the latch, tries to open, and give me a perception check from where you are, Janara.
Perception.
do well. Roll well. Do good. Make it count.
I haven't rolled this dice yet tonight.
Ooh.
I won't be rolling this dice for the rest of the night. That's a 3 plus my 1, so 4.
Okay.
Honestly.
You're not certain what the cause is, but the hand is unable to open the door. Like the latch kind of goes, but it locked or blocked something. You're not sure, but it doesn't seem to
Right.
open.
I mean, I can't see it from here 20 feet away from it, but my hand can't seem to open the door, so...
All right, magic
Open
fingers ain't gonna
suggestions.
work. Let's try magic fingers. I will go see if I can.
I assist him with this, give him advantage, since I'm also proficient with thieves' tools.
Sure. Okay, so if you're approaching the door,
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
give me dexterity saving throws, please,
Yeah.
both of you.
Save. Oh, there's the natural one.
20.
All right. So Talon, you managed to jump back in time as you step forward, and the tendrils kind of come to life and snake up. Flick,
When
you
you
were
said
unable
when
to
you said
dodge.
jump back in time, my first thought was like, oh my god, the tentacles can time travel.
So Talon, you kind of step back one.
Yo!
Fleck, you react not quite as quickly as the tendrils kind of reach up and grab onto your ankles and seem to kind of just like attach to you and hold you in place on the ground now. And they slowly start to creep their way up your legs and moving
Well, this
tighter
ain't
and
good.
tighter.
Can I grab him?
You can make an attempt to grab him. Yep. You
Can
should
I
make
give him advantage on that with my mage hand assisting to pull him? Maybe?
I'm not sure mage hand is going to be strong enough for that.
Mage hand can lift something worth 5 pounds.
Yeah, so I would say no, because it's going to be more
Which-
than 5 pounds of force as well.
which I
actually, in this,
think-
so.
I think calculated out is like 1 point of strength or something like that. Like it's
Yeah. So I'm going to say no on that.
That's
So
fair,
Talon,
that's
yeah,
fair.
if you're going to make a, I guess it would just be straight strength, or if you're proficient in athletics or
I am.
acrobatics, you can use that then.
10.
Oh.
You try to grab him and pull, and as you pull, the tentacles like wrap a little bit tighter.
You just
and
had to eat that
to
entire bowl
squeeze.
of chili.
Hey, You guys weren't going to eat it. It was already brown. Had that good
Pork.
crust on top.
What the rest of you do? And
Pork
the tentacles,
is,
the tentacles are like kind of wrapping around his legs now. and starting
Yeah,
to
I'm just
move
going to start
up
calling for Torque
his
to solve
body.
this problem as he.
So is
usually does.
Talon pulling on Flick or?
Yes, I am. I'm just failing to get him out.
Okay, Torque will pull on Talon.
Watch
Okay.
the merchandise.
So go ahead and give me strength, athletics. However you want to throw this.
Athletics. Alrighty.
Talon, I'm going to give you advantage. So I'm going to give Torque advantage. We'll say this
Okay.
is like him pulling you, which is pulling Flick. So
This sort of like tug of war.
it's kind of a
daisy chain,
yeah.
Whoa,
Oof.
watch it, watch it. Ah!
Oof.
Oh,
Well, those were some bad rolls. With advantage, I got a 16.
still better than what Talon rolled, though.
You pull Talon's, and Talon is not able to hold on to Flick, so the two of you kind of like pull back.
Can I try
As
and
Flick
like
kind of stays in place.
escape artist this stuff and try and slip out?
Your hands are free still, like your arms are free. It's coming up your legs and like your
I
lower
will
body.
start. The dagger appears in my hand. I'm just gonna start stabbing at this crap and trying to.
Okay,
Can you-
go ahead and make
Can
an
you just
attack
jump out
for
of
me.
your boots?
It's like up my legs at this point. Yeah.
It's basically it's like becoming, it's like vines that are just like kind of circling and becoming, they seem to be just growing of themselves. Like there's no real limit, as these are not obviously natural tentacles, and they just kind of start to like
just make regular attack.
go ahead and make an attack against it. Yeah, if you're using your dagger, yeah, you can attack it.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh. Okay,
25.
go ahead and roll damage.
9 piercing.
Okay. So you managed to kind of get the dagger down and just sever right through the end of one tentacle that seems to drop away. And as you cut through it, there's kind of this black ichor that drips out of it. And not out loud, but Flick, you hear a psychic scream almost. You hear it kind of as if it's your connection with it at the moment. You kind of hear it as the tentacles kind of release back for a split second. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save, as in the moment they've just retreated enough.
It didn't like that.
Sorry, the
All right.
tentacles made sounds.
See, dex saves I'm normally pretty good at.
There you go. Okay, so as you cut it, you manage to kind of jump back just in time as it kind of latches, like reaches out for you once more and tries to grab. And as you step back out of range, they kind of like slither for a moment and then just kind of like lay back down onto the ground and kind of move very slowly again. Not quite dormant, but on guard, apparently.
Well, perhaps in the end, Mage Hand was the correct solution.
Or hey D, remember that thing you were doing before with the shooting fire at stuff?
Yeah,
Do some of that.
sure. Back off.
Actually, yeah, that's
I'm gonna move you guys back here. 'Cause like I
Tuck
said,
around the
you
corner.
guys
That's a fair
pulled
point.
back, yeah.
yeah. All of my ranged attacks might work too, but why don't you give fire a try first?
All right. Dinar will
Because I could clean it real nice, but that's about all I can do.
conjure a
They
little
might,
mote of
they
fire.
might appreciate that. Make them happier.
Throw it into one of the tendrils.
Okay, doing firebolt on it.
Yeah. That is an
Oh.
18 plus 7, so 25.
Go
To
ahead and
hit.
roll your damage.
It's 5 and 2, so 7 fire damage.
Okay. As you blast the one of them that's kind of more prominent, one of the ones that grabbed Fleck with the fire, you watch as it almost just kind of like turns to ash as it like there's a brief puff of fire and smoke. And Dinar, you hear in your mind kind of a psychic scream as it like they all kind of slither back and retreat and kind of seem to move out of the way. And they're now like tucked in. It's hard to tell where they're coming from. Like they're coming out of the walls, but it's almost like they're just breaching, physical space, and they just seem to be coming from nowhere. But they retreat back into themselves and leave a bit of an opening on the floor between you and the door.
All right, there's my opening.
So all the
Talon,
tendrils
we're
have
up.
retreated?
Yeah, so the
Okay.
tendrils that were on that space there, like guarding the door, have all kind of pulled back
Okay.
for a moment, and they seem to be.
All right. Like, do you still have a T27, or do you need mine?
No. See, I bent mine straight again, so it's all good. Yeah.
Are you sure? I hear that's really bad for it.
No. It gives it a little more play when it's weak. It's actually really good.
Oh.
All right, thieves' tools with advantage. Here we go.
Goblin School of Lockpicking 101.
You just got to bend it right with your teeth. That's the important part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you really have to make them completely slick with saliva before you enter them?
It wasn't great. That's a 16.
So 16 is enough.
Hooray.
As you realize that it's not so much locked as it is jammed by some of these smaller tendrils that are kind of like
So I just
pushing their
gotta
way around.
clean out
So
the
you manage to
mechanism.
kind of get in there and you go, oh, okay. You just kind of pull it. Then you manage to kind of like stab a couple of them. They pull back, revealing the lock and allowing you to unlock it quite easily at that point.
Before we open the door, Dinar will ready another firebolt in case something black and gooey is on the other side that attacks.
Yeah, and I'm like sort of shaking off my lock picks. Like, oh, man, not liking that one again. That's for sure.
As you prepare to open the door, we're going to take a break.
Oh.
Okay.
And we'll return with.
What's in the door?
I wonder.
We will return with the opening of said door. So we'll be right back soon.
Hey, Elderbrain Collective. If you've been enjoying our live stream D&D campaign and want to support us, there are many ways you can do just that, and we would be super grateful. Seriously, it'd be awesome. First, of course, make sure you're following us on Twitch. Once we get our 50 followers goal, we can make our stream even better with subscriber perks. Then, be sure to follow our Twitter account. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post stream VODs as well as additional content coming soon. Of course, you can listen to audio transcripts of our stream on Podbean if that's your preference. Of course, you'll miss out on our handsome faces, but you get our incredible voices, so it's pretty good. You want to hang out with the collective and chat D&D and, well, everything else? Head over to our Discord server. It's open to anyone who wants to join. Finally, we've just launched our Patreon page, which is the optimum and best way to support us. That's redundant, optimum is best. Each tier gets you additional perks, including exclusive Discord emotes, monthly digital content, behind-the-scenes info and creature stats, and, for the truly faithful, you can even gain power over the PCs in-game, live on stream, and have an impact on what happens next. I think that's pretty awesome. We'd love your support. You can find the links to all of our sites on our Linktree. Check out linktr.ee/elderbrain, Linktree/elderbrain. We hope to see you joining us soon as a member of the collective. Happy gaming, everyone.
Whispers in the window are angry waves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Down to the mists as the ocean slaves. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Oh, way ho, the sea of souls. Way ho, the sea of souls. Hoist the sails round the eddies and shoals. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Hey ho, it's the sea of souls. Sea of souls.
Greetings, wary travelers. My name is Mike, and I will be playing the role of Dinar Neurixius, Dragonborn wizard on the Sea of Souls. Allow me to get into character and we can learn a little bit more about this pale golden dragon. Being chosen is supposed to be a good thing. Chosen by the gods to serve a purpose. However, it can mean facing a life alone. I was born in our homeland, Drakor, in the east. And though these scales are supposed to be a blessing, I was reviled by so many. I could see their jealousy, could feel their stares. My own people shunned me, and so I left. I still drew stares when I arrived in Stormhaven. It's hard to miss these scales. But the dwarves were far more accepting of me. I learned I could put my magic to good use out on the seas, so I served aboard a ship, adding my arcana to their arsenal. Maybe one day I'll return home. Maybe they will welcome me as Verithan's champion. Or at least, as kin. For now, though, life among the Gungrim is good. I am used to standing out here, used to towering over this good folk. But what they lack in size, they make up for in heart.
Hi, I'm Ian, and I play the goblin Flick Dogslicer, an Eldritch Knight fighter. Once upon a time, there was a goblin named Flick. That's me. He was a good egg, but as a recently emancipated man, he didn't necessarily have the firmest grasp on the rules of free society, and often ended up on the wrong side of the law. So anyway, I'm in this back alley, minding my own business, rooting through the trash, when this old guy in a blue dress and a big floppy hat with stars and crap all over it comes out of nowhere screaming, "Oh my god, it's a goblin," and starts shooting fire out of his hands at me. So I shanked him. I didn't mean to kill him per se, but, heat of the moment and all that. Now even I knew how this would play out with the guard, so I'm looking for a quick escape. But this old guy didn't even have the courtesy of carrying a coin purse, just this big stupid book. So, yoink, and I beat feet to the pier and sign aboard the first ship that's looking for crew. Long story short, with enough time and patience, even a bozo like me can figure out a little magic from that big old book. I joined a good crew and enjoy my life as a seafaring mercenary, trying to keep ahead of the law and maybe make a coin or two for myself. The end. By Flick.
Greetings, tale seekers and story watchers. I am Devon, medieval enthusiast and D&D veteran since my 11th birthday when I received the 3rd edition starter set. Led to a bit of a collection. I will be playing the part of Tayland Wavesinger, human bard and mariner, master of the weaponized sea shanty. Oh, it'd be alright if the wind was in our sails. Tayland is a man slowly being consumed by his own faults. He drinks far too much, and has quite a ruthless disposition against those he dislikes. But he still tries to do what's right when he can. As for his goals, well, I'll let him tell you. Oh, me name is Tayland Wavesinger, and I quickly tell to you of a man that I am a-hunting across the ocean blue, with power over the sea and sky. Believe me when I say that when I finally find the bastard, it'll be his last day.
In Xanadu did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where Alf, the sacred river, ran through caverns measureless to man. Down to a sunless sea. Torque is a Tortle barbarian, presumed to be the sole survivor of the Loggerhead tribe. Even by Tortle standards, Torque is a taciturn individual, never deigning to use 5 words where 2 will suffice, and as such has been less than forthcoming in sharing his personal history with his compatriots. What is known of Torque is that he was discovered on a remote island by a passing merchant vessel, having apparently been marooned there for some years in the wake of a shipwreck which destroyed the rest of his tribe. It is for this reason that Torque holds a special reverence for Desfuna, goddess of the ocean, whom he believes spared his life in the ocean's storm that decimated his kin. Having spent the better part of a decade in near total isolation, Torque is unfamiliar with the ways of the modern world, and his social skills are somewhat lacking. It is perhaps for this reason that he has chosen to align himself with allies who are blessed in the gift of gab, as he continues on his pilgrimage, the destination of which is unknown even to himself. Hi everyone, my name is Jack, and I am not a professional voice actor or performer by any means. However, I do have a serious passion for tabletop RPGs, and I hope that you enjoy this upcoming game as much as we're going to enjoy playing it.
Well,
As
anyway,
you-
that is how I solved all the problems, and everything was well in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Obviously,
defeated
yeah.
Edard. We defeated Triscades. We saved the world.
Oh crap,
Yeah.
guys! It was on break. Nobody saw that.
Oh no, we were. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
So they
Very
missed
well.
our entire. So they missed the entire epilogue that was set like 20 years in the future when we all
They
had our
did,
tearful
yeah.
reunion.
Yeah.
We all
Can
came
we
to
just, like-
mourn Flick.
Yeah, but you're still in this hallway, so
Can we at least cut and paste the log into chat so everyone can see like all the awesome
sure.
dialogues?
Yeah,
We'll have a
we'll
full,
get to that.
yeah, full recap.
Back to reality, or at least
Oh.
this reality.
That's
Oh,
reality.
there goes gravity.
As you wipe off your mom's spaghetti before we get copyrighted, Flick, as you open the door and push it, kind of creaks. And in the room beyond,
Oh, hi.
you see a number of things. Lots of chaos, cracks, crisscrossing the floor,
Uh-huh.
debris all over the place. Things have been moved in here as well. You can see off to the right that there are a number of sarcophagi that have been kind of shoved off one side. Some of them not so gently, kind of tipped as well, and just busted, cracked open. There are two figures standing in the room. Definitely of an ex-living nature, as you can tell. One is got these protruding bones all over it. Seems to kind of be this almost like a golem like that's been created from possibly a number of different skeletons kind of fused together. And its eyes are this like gleaming white that almost kind of seem to have this radiance to them, but a sickly radiance to them. And to the right, this other figure is dressed in this very sharp, kind of edgy-looking armor that's like a dull gray. It almost seems to not be able to catch light. It just has no color to it at all. just like a shade almost. And it's got this long sword that's got notches on it. And he seems to almost like these black tendrils, similar to the tentacles that you see around, kind of coming off the hilt as well. And as the door opens, they both just kind of turn their heads and look at you. And off to the left, you can see a woman, probably in somewhere in her late 40s, wearing a very tattered gown. You can see some cuts and bruises on her, and she's held up against the wall by more of these black tendrils that are just like holding her arms and holding her legs and just kind of suspending her there. And as the door opens, she looks up and she goes, "Oh no." And the two figures standing there, "We've been waiting for you."
Yeah, we're here looking for my uncle's sister's kid. His name's Bling. I don't know if you heard of this kid.
We got some more living impaired here. Let's take him out.
Yep.
We need everybody to roll advantage. I mean, roll advantage.
Hey, I'll take advantage.
Hey,
roll initiative.
If you say so.
I mean, I'm a level 8 barbarian. I can already do that.
Oh, God.
Man. That sucked.
Tasty. Oh, but he rolled a 5.
Alrighty. Not bad, not bad.
Still managed to get the jump on both of those chumps, but
All not great. Oh, this guy's not here.
wait, that guy got a 12.
Oh, I was really excited. I was like, oh, one of the bad guys rolled a 5? Oh, wait, no, he's not supposed to be here.
Serena, 11. Who are we missing? Missing somebody?
We don't have Talon down there.
No, I don't see Talon on there.
Oh, what? I should have done it right. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you rolled a 5. You did.
Okay, I don't see. I'll add you on there.
Oh, I thought. Maybe I have.
Oh wait, nope, that's not.
You got something else selected?
Maybe I thought I had myself selected.
Oh, I think that's what happened. Is you selected the corpse.
Oh.
And rolled a 5 for it. And I was like, it doesn't belong in there. There we go.
I got a 5.
All right. So Dinar, you get to go first, as you were kind of holding back and preparing. As you see Flick open the door, and you can hear these voices from beyond, and hear the evil intent, and you see Flick and Torque kind of catching a little bit, but Flick like starts to get battle ready. So what do you want to do?
From where I am, I can't see much, eh?
You cannot see either of the individuals. You see the room beyond. You can see some tentacles.
Are those tentacles making any aggressive moves towards us?
Not aggressive. They're just very slowly, kind of like very slow movements, slithering here and there. Some are kind of hovering a little bit.
Okay, well, that's the threat I perceive. So I think Dinar will just unleash the firebolt that he was holding to those tendrils at that back wall that he can see, since it seemed to be so effective last time.
Okay.
It's a 16 plus 7 for 23.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, that's on the floor.
Floor dice don't count.
Floor doesn't count? All right. Well, I hope I don't regret taking that off the floor. It's the same roll. I rolled a 6 and a 3, so 9 fire damage to the tentacle on that back wall.
As the firebolt goes through the door, shooting right past Talon, Torque, and Flick as it kind of like weaves over your head. And
Torque just casually like cocks his head to one side as it just...
And Flick goes the other way. So
you just hear Talon go, 4.
Talon definitely over-exaggerates him having to like dodge the thing that was nowhere near him.
There's a matrix, like reverse matrix, yeah.
Oh no.
One of the tentacles that it hits at the back, the parts of it just kind of poof, like catch flame and then again like turn to ash. All of you hear psychically in your mind. It's loud, piercing, and unnatural.
Oh, you don't like that? That's unfortunate.
15, 20, 25. If I can get to there.
Any reaction from these two cats about?
You can watch the fireball go by and go, and just turn back and look at you.
Yeah.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, Torque.
Okay,
Magic
well,
words.
yeah, everybody say it with me. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to
I
rage.
I'm
good
going to.
effort.
Oh, sorry, I was late on that.
Good effort, everybody. I think maybe our Zoom was a little bit out of sync. We'll get it next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
As part of my rage, using my instinctive pounce, I can move up to 20 feet as part of that bonus action.
So Torque stepping into this room, off to the left, held up by the tentacles. Older than you remember. Makes sense as a decade has gone by. And beaten, worn, weathered, not in good condition. You do see Tanshue. And her eyes kind of light and surprised as she sees you step in.
I think Torque sees her in the condition that he's in, and he doesn't even respond. His eyes just flare blue, and he lets out just this bellow of rage as an arc of lightning is going to shoot out towards this gentleman up top here, and I'm going to need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Carnath.
Got it. 13.
That will fail.
Okay.
Oh no. I accidentally closed the roll 20.
Oh no!
Don't worry, we got it back.
He takes 1,000,000 points of damage.
Shame damage.
Yeah.
Rage quit damage.
Well, 1 lightning damage to open things up. I get a feeling that somebody named Ghostblade is probably going to be like a little bit incorporeal, so I am going to move up and let's see. From where I am, I have 40 feet of movement. I'm going to move myself up here and sort of interpose myself between Tanshue and this person named Karnathi. And I'm going to make some attacks.
Cool. It does bring a new meaning to the word ghost, or the word rage quit, by the way. Rage.
I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay, go for it.
First attack is a 24 to hit.
Hit. Indeed.
Okay. That'll be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Minimum damage. That's.
I'm going to use my crusher feet to push him 5 feet to the south.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And then I'll close the distance and attack again.
Okay.
That'll be a 19.
Right. It will use its parry to read its AC and block that.
Unfortunate. I like to think there's just a huge clang and electricity just arcs off of the colliding weapons.
It just brings out a huge longsword. It's seemingly constructed of bone as well, and just blocks them all and just kind of glares at you.
Torque just glares back.
Is that it?
That is all I can do.
All right. And it kind of leans a little bit closer and says, "You know this one," as it looks over your shoulder at Tanshue. "All the sweeter then." And it kind of pushes back and then goes into not a rage, but a very vicious attack with 3 swings of its sword at you.
Oh boy.
This will be at did you do reckless?
Advantage. I did reckless.
Yeah.
That one will
miss.
miss.
Gonna miss.
Did I parry that?
18.
That one just barely hits, yes.
Okay, and this is two-handed, so that'll be 13 points of slashing damage, but you are raging, so halved.
So down to 7?
7, yeah. And third attack will be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For, oh my gosh, minimum. For another 2 points of slashing damage. As it does a quick flurry of 3 sword swipes, but 1 misses and the 2 connect. But not as solidly as it would hope, and it kind of looks at you with a modicum of respect, it seems, and goes, "Worthy opponents. Excellent."
No. You are not worthy.
He dies from being burned.
I'm good. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. The only hit points that count are the last one.
Right. All right. That brings it to Serena's turn. Serena doesn't see anyone yet, but we'll 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Takes a quick look, gauges the room. We'll go 1 step more forward towards the Ghost Blade. And I'm going to get advantage on Assassinate because this creature has not taken a turn yet. So we'll use her Assassinate feature to get advantage on her light crossbow attack, which will be a 22 to hit Ghost Blade, which will definitely hit for 10 points of piercing damage. And again, the poison from that will have no effect. But she does get to add her sneak attack damage to that, which will be an additional 14 points of piercing damage.
Ain't nothing.
Ooh, nice.
She takes the shot and then just kind of ducks down to the ground. Flick, let's take this one.
All right, you picked a dance partner. Let's dance, lady. All right, so Flick and Paige will move in. Y'all. Paige will do a little fly around and bug Ghostblade a little bit and come back and land on my shoulder. I'll have advantage on my booming blade that I'm about to lay on her head. Like so. 24 gonna work?
24 will hit.
Awesome. Oof. Garbage damage. That's 11 points of damage on that one.
Okay, and as a reaction, it is going to go incorporeal.
Okay.
As you hit, and he kind of goes, and so suddenly the image in front of you just blurs. It becomes somewhat see-through. So any melee attacks now have disadvantage against it.
Well, good news. I really want to bait that one into moving. So I'm actually going to move away from her to here.
Okay, so it is going to get an opportunity attack against you.
Bring it.
22 to hit.
That will hit regardless.
That would be 9 points of slashing damage.
You scratch the paint, lady.
And an additional 5 points of force damage. As the sword seems to, again, it's incorporeal, but it becomes like corporeal enough just kind of as it hits you. And it seems to, as it kind of changes between this corporeal and incorporeal, it creates kind of like a blast of the force that just kind of hits out as it attacks you.
All right. Did that change her? Is she still ghosty?
She's still ghosty, yes.
All right, then I will.
And bladey.
Do we do flanking for advantage? I don't even remember.
Yes, we do.
All right, then I will take an attack with advantage on this cat with my bonus action. Why not? There's a 20 to hit.
Is that with disadvantage, right? Because she's...
No, on the guy got flanked.
Oh, the other guy. 20 will hit.
So 8 slashing on him. Spreading the love around a little bit.
Okay.
And
he did have his... Yeah. Okay, so
And if she moves, she's taking 10 thunder damage.
Okay. Noted. It will be Ghostblade's turn. Hard to really tell sex, gender, if there is one. Very just pale individual.
If they move, they're gonna.
And is going to. It is going to. What does it want to do? Now, with its incorporeal movement, it can move through other objects, creatures. I guess that your attack would still affect it, though.
That's why I did it.
Because it's moving ethereal, but yeah. So it is going to take a step towards you.
That's right.
So that's 10 thunder damage, you said?
10 thunder damage.
Okay. Seems to take that. Isn't too concerned about it. And rather than attack you with its sword, is going to reach out a hand and grab you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Dex save. I can do a dex save.
Wait, it's an undead who's doing a grapple? I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Yes.
feels sketchy.
Yeah, this bodes unwell.
All right.
14.
That was not a great roll.
All right. You take 15 points of necrotic damage.
God.
That's not great.
It heals 15 points.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, that's real bad.
As you feel like its hand kind of latches onto you and grasps.
Yeah.
And you feel like the life kind of like gets sucked out of you as you watch it become a little bit more steady and goes,
You know what, lady? You kind of suck.
tasty. Talon.
Righto. I'm going to move up a little bit to get a better view of everything. I'm going to see there's this big living impaired gentleman between my two friends. So I'm going to single him out. And I'm going to
take out this one. Take out this one.
Well, hold on. Listen, I only have so much I can do, and I'm trying to maximize the potential.
All right, go.
I'm going to single that guy out, and I'm going to start lacing words with painful psychic energy. I curse upon you, sorrowful, that can past. Your days have been numbered, each hour you're lost. That'll be a DC 14 wisdom save. May the land see your sky turn to swallow you whole.
That's a
And
6.
forever forget what you stole. So he's going to take 15 psychic damage, and he now has to move 10 feet away from me, triggering an opportunity attack from my two buddies.
Didn't they just heal for 15 damage? So
No, this is the other creature.
He's talking to this guy.
The ghost
Oh,
blade
the other
healed for
creature.
It
15.
would
Right. Okay.
take 15 points of psychic
He's
damage,
immune to psychic.
Oh no.
but it does not.
Does he still run away from me though?
He's still, I guess, that part would still.
I don't think
'cause it
there's
failed to
much of-
save. It would fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But the
that was
damage
that was the main
not.
thing. That's good to know.
You. I would say it this way: you sense that as you
Oh.
kind of lash out the psychic energy, it's almost like a reverb as you feel like it hit a wall, and almost kind of like a psychic grin kind of returns to you as it just has no effect.
We
And
have a
you see it'll
problem,
go
gents. Hit him
this
hard.
way.
Yeah, he has to move away from me, which will trigger
All
their
right, so
It'll trigger, torque and flick.
we both
And
attack.
I think my reckless attack still counts here.
we're both flanking, so we have advantage on it anyway.
Yeah, because my next turn hasn't started yet, so I still have reckless attack active, right?
Yeah, and because of
And
flanking,
I'm
you
a
both have,
warcaster, so I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
yes.
Finally,
Let's do
one of
it.
these hits. Oh no!
14 will not hit. 16 will not hit. Neither one
Oh
hits.
no.
Come on, guys.
Unfortunate.
Neither hits.
You're both paying for my chiropractor after this.
Oh, that's the worst. It's the one time that actually.
Well, that was a
triggered.
complete wash of a turn. I did no damage at all.
All right.
But now
Dinar.
Dinar's got a clear shot.
I guess.
Nothing else.
Dinar, go smarten up your crew. I can't work under these conditions.
Says the one who did nothing.
Hey,
A 3 and a 6 on that. That's
yeah. Oof.
How does Tanshue look? Does Tanshue look badly injured?
Very. Yeah, she's looks very, very rough.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
For her, I'm gonna move that there. I put a health bar right there. Can you see that? Should be showing up.
Yeah, right below her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she looks very, very rough.
All right. I can't reach her this round. So as Dinar is running into the room, he's going to pull up an illusory image of Torque in his hand. And as he's passing by or running up to him, I don't have a lot left. Make good use of this. And he's going to separate his hands and make Torque large.
Oh, and big and
Bleep, 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 bleep.
Here we go.
Yep.
You find that it's a bit of a cramped quarters that you're in, Tark, but you are larger now, and the ceiling is only about a few feet above you now, as it was only 12 feet ish to begin with. So you got enough room. You just play this. You should play the
So all
card.
over my knee.
Twitch, don't.
It wasn't 12 seconds. We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Fair use.
That's my movement and my action. I don't have anything that's a bonus that's going to do anything for me. So that will be Dinar's turn.
Okay. Well, I know what I'm going to do now. Given this low ceiling, Torque can't really do like an overhead swing. So you just hear this like horrible guttural scraping noise as he literally drags his enlarged anchor across in a horizontal sweep.
Nice.
To attack Karnathi, who is currently pinned to the wall.
Okay.
And I'll be attacking recklessly.
Do it.
Man.
Well, I did it, but at what cost?
He brings up his blade of bone and just blocks it again and pulls it aside.
Second attack. 25.
Hey.
5. Even with his parry, he cannot match that, so that'll hit.
So that'll be an even 20 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
See that?
As he blocks the one hit and turns it aside, you, with surprising speed, kind of get in underneath his guard, and you watch as that hit like sends bones just like shattering off of him.
And while I'm at it, Torque will just casually extend out his hand to the side without even looking and just send an arc of lightning over to Ghostblade. If they can make a dexterity save.
Hey.
And they take 3 lightning damage.
Someday you're gonna roll above a 3 on this, and it's gonna be awesome.
Well, eventually I get 2d6 hypothetically. Eventually.
Okay. And that is it for Torque.
That is it for Torque.
The only time you roll above 3 is when they've already made the save. So yeah, that's.
All right. Karnathi looks up at you, Torque, size you, and kind of peeks off to the side and sees a smaller target within range. He goes, and just does a little bit of sidestep. He's going to come at you quite quickly, like surprising speed.
Yeah.
As it comes in with 3 attacks at you. It's not going to be an advantage though, so we'll just go straight. 18 to hit for the first one.
That's a maybe. Let's see. Nope.
Okay. Nice.
Second is 24, which is going to hit.
Cannot avoid that one.
So that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And third attack is only going to be 7, so that will miss.
Sorry, champ. Did your best, but you suck.
Serena is going to take advantage of Flick's position and will sneak in behind. Not sneaking, but slipping behind the Ghost Blade. She gets advantage and will pull out her short sword. Or 2 attacks.
Want to finish up this chucklehead? I will not be unhappy.
This first one is going to be a 25, which will hit. 4, 5.
Then
Piercing.
sneak attack.
And poison does nothing, so... Unfortunately, her assassin's poison ain't so good against the non-living.
Weird.
I don't know why. It's so strange.
Yeah, right? Like, why would they not be affected by poison? You know, like
I knew we should have brought Kissick.
Why wouldn't? why wouldn't it hurt them? And then her second attack, short sword. That's gonna miss. Oh no, wait, she's attacking the Ghost Blade. So yeah, that'll hit. Sorry.
Did she get sneak attack on her first hit?
She's gonna use it on this one. Yeah, whatever. Oops, sorry. What am I doing? I forget what I'm doing here. I'm trying to control too many things. Attack, that's what I'm doing. 8. And then she'll add sneak attack for 12, 13.
Still pretty good.
19, 20. Woo! Ghost Blade's looking of the rough persuasion.
A little harsh there, huh?
Yeah. Comes in behind and just gets under the ribs and kind of separates and Flick, you see as its eyes just kind of and it like does this weird like kind of twitchy motion. Serena kind of peeks over the shoulder and gives you a wink.
Well, then I gotta get cocky now. So she winked at me. What can I do? So I'm gonna hokey pokey a little bit here. So I'm gonna pop over here. So I'm flanking this dillweed between me and Torque. I'm gonna booming blade him.
Okay.
22 to hit.
Yep. Can't parry that.
17 damage on him.
Oh.
Right. Let's see what happens. Whoop. That is 2. Not going to do it. So.
Oh.
Collapses
Beautiful.
into a pile of bones.
Yeah,
this one's just regular undead fortitude, not the fancy schmancy stuff.
I like to think that as Flick destroys him and he just crumbles into bones, the skull just looks up at Torque, who just looks down and just says, "Unworthy."
Yes.
I will step. Oh, I will make a point of tromping on his corpse on my way through to come back and flank with Serena, and use my bonus action to whip this cat. 19 gonna hit.
19's gonna hit. Yeah.
Chucklehead here, beautiful. For 10 slashing.
Nope. That's gonna do it.
Mic drop. Well, whip drop. Hands go up.
You guys managed to kill undead with undead fortitude on the first try this time without them rising again.
This calls for celebration.
Before Dinar has the chance to drop concentration on the enlarged spell, Torque is going to move over here and immediately start trying to use his enlarged strength to try and free Tanshue of the tendrils that have her ensnared.
Certainly. Go ahead and give me we'll give it a strength athletics. You got advantage on it, and then you can add your...
Yeah, I've got advantage because I'm big and mad.
Yeah.
While Torque is doing that, Dinar will go around the room and start firebolting all of the tendrils.
Okay.
So not bad. I got a 23.
Okay. I'll say between that and Dinar burning a bunch of them, you do manage to break her free, and she just kind of collapses to the ground, and the only thing that was holding her up were the tentacles, and you can see that she's unable to stand up on her own at all. She has no strength.
And the day is saved.
I don't know if we have any healing left, but could Torque take a knee and
I do.
attempt a medicine check?
Certainly.
I can throw a cure wounds in her, but then that's all I've got.
I'm going to kick through
Might be
the
enough.
dust of the two corpses here and see if there's any goodies to be had.
Okay.
A wound assessment.
Yeah. Torque, go deal with your girlfriend. I'm going to
Oof. That's a nat one. I think my vision is still just kind of clouded from the rage that I was in, and so as Torque is looking down at her and kind of like realizing that he's still huge and crackling with electricity, he kind of realizes how intimidating this looks and just kind of like shakes his head as the rage dissipates.
We could say that somewhere in that time, the enlarge would wear off as well.
Okay, Denard drops it. Yeah. Flick, if you want to give me an investigation check, because you're, of course, you can have advantage. Serena will give you a hand with that.
Beautiful. Investigation with advantage is an 11.
Okay. Torque, you're unable to really deduce the complexity of her injuries. Externally, you can tell that she's been hurt pretty severely, has not fared well. Internally, you have no idea what's going on. But she is extremely weak, and as she kind of drops, you can see like she kind of recognizes you, and there's a smile as she sort of just passes into it. Not a like dying unconscious, but just with no energy, with nothing to hold her up. She just kind of
Torque will lurch forward and just try and catch her as he falls.
Sure, yeah. So you've already kind of got her as you pulled her out.
One big meaty hand like on the back of her head to keep it from hitting the stone floor, and as she just kind of like cradles her gently, he just beckons over to Taylor to just say, "Heal her, please."
Well, since you asked so nicely.
So, Flick.
Yeah.
As you are kind of starting to root through, trying to just check, there's not really any equipment. These individuals are strange in their composure. The two figures begin to shift form.
That's a big no-no.
Shrink. And then you see the bodies of two children.
Oh, this just got dark.
Already dead. You can tell immediately that there's wounds on them that were not caused by you. These were used to create the entities that you fought. The two children match the descriptions of the two orphans that went missing.
This freaking guy. All right.
They've been dead a long time.
Serena, you are helping me collect these remains properly.
Of course.
Respectfully. We're doing this right.
Not heartless. Trust me.
Awesome. Predator handshake with her. Wrist to wrist. Clasp her thing. Yeah. Awesome. It's grim work, but let's get it done.
I think blood will start to pool out of Talon's hand as he's been biting it. And kind of realizes it. And then gets to healing with his last spell slot. Oh. 5. No. Something.
Yeah. No, that's...
Is that enough for her to regain consciousness?
It will be, yes.
Rise again, rise again.
Her eyes kind of open and sees you again, Torque, and
I'm sorry.
is it really you?
I'm sorry I couldn't be here sooner. Perhaps if I could, then maybe some of this could have been prevented.
It's not your fault. You don't need to apologize, Torque. What are you doing here?
Saving your ass, lady.
We are the heroes of this picture, here to save the damsel.
I am here to carry out the will of Desfuna.
That too.
Also that.
I've questioned the goddess many times of your fate, your well-being.
Shouldn't do that. Goddesses don't like it when you question them.
She remained oddly silent most of the time, but assured me that you lived. That was enough. I knew she had something in store for you, but when even the High Priestess is not privy to what she has planned, well...
As far as I am concerned, the Torque that you knew died on the night that you met him. I am something else now. An instrument.
I see that.
And not the fun kind like this.
And friggin' awesome, too.
Like this.
The room.
Serena, at this point, like, Serena kind of walks up behind the two of you and just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and she's like,
Oh, man.
Not the time, gents.
We have a ship. We can get you to safety.
There's so much. I have so many questions. I'm sure you do too, but
save your strength.
We are not safe down here. He probably knows you're here.
You think?
Listen, you must know that is not my nephew. That is something else. But that is not Edard, not my Edard.
I see.
Friggin' told you, it's bling, man, I tells you.
If he is not your Edard, then that makes what we are about to do that much easier. As he kind of stands up and collects his maul.
Oh, I will also spend my second wind just while we're sort of pausing here. Yeah.
Talk,
I actually took damage.
Talk, I can tell that you have come a long way, both in character and in ability. I don't know if you're up for. He is something else.
If I'm being frank, I don't know if I'm up for it either. But
as the guy willing to fight a god,
I am willing to try.
I know how we can get out of here. She has been speaking to me softly. There's a barrier of sorts, something interfering with her voice, but still she speaks. There's a reason why this impersonator, this entity, whatever it is that is pretending to be Edard. It's the reason why it came down here. It was a well. An ancient well. I heard stories of it. I read accounts of it in ancient histories of what lied here before Tyr was founded. I always thought that it was something long lost to the ages, but whatever it is that is behind all of this, and she kind of points to the tentacles and everything, it knew that it was here and was seeking it out. It's down here. We need to find it.
You need rest.
Yes, but
I'll make your safety my first priority.
Talk. Do you trust Asuna?
With every drop of blood in my body.
Then trust me. We need to find it.
To be fair, he's a bit lacking in that department right now.
Very well.
This is her will.
I trust you.
I can walk.
He takes a step back, offers to help her to her feet.
She takes your hand and stands up, and even as she does, you can see that she's still quite weary and battered, but there's strength. There's definitely a strength in her.
He offers his arm for her to lean on if she needs it, but also doesn't make any sort of insistence if she chooses not to.
She puts one arm through and kind of puts the other hand and pats on it and says, "It's very good to see you."
I find that surprisingly hard to believe, given our history.
I owe you my life.
I helped too.
I don't mean
I was also
now.
present.
Talk your friends. Speak a lot.
You noticed.
What happened 10 years ago was not saving your life, merely sparing it. I am here now to repay the debt that I feel I owe for how I treated you and your people.
If Desfuna has chosen to use you, to embrace you, to welcome you, all is forgiven. I trust her judgment. Come, let us see what we can find down here.
He'll just nod.
I don't suppose any of you have seen a well?
No.
Yeah, we did.
What? Well, I mean, well,
There was that freaking hole, yeah? It's upstairs. Yeah, we know where it is.
No,
So
it
that's
would not
our-
be upstairs. It would be down here.
Then, yeah, we ain't got nothing, lady. Sorry.
Do we have time to rest before we begin our search?
Perhaps, but just kind of looks around the room. I prefer not in here.
yeah.
Got just the perfect place.
This has been my prison for I don't even know how long. Even just another room would be preferable.
Very well then. Flick, if you would lead the way.
It would be my honor. All right.
At this point, she kind of steps out and sees you, and she notices the two children for the first time, and you see her kind of stumble, and she goes, "Oh no, goddess, no!"
This thing that has stolen the face of your nephew will face retribution for this. But first,
These poor children. You see a rage behind her weathered face, and a hardness torque that you recognize in her eyes as she kind of steels herself. Anyone who would dare harm little ones like this will face the full wrath of the open sea.
Aye.
You're talking my language, lady.
You also, like, for the briefest second, you smell there's like a hint of like brine and deep sea
That wasn't
scent
me.
that just kind of fills the room. And even in her weathered state, you get the briefest little taste of the power behind this high priestess of Disfuna. She stands up a little bit straighter. Let's be out of this place, this room.
If you would follow me, I would gladly guide you through the delightful ruins of this underground scary place.
Greg. These two kids are Elle and Aria. If my notes are not deceiving me.
That is correct.
Which of them is younger?
Elle would be the younger
Elle
one.
is the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
Denar's gonna hang back a minute.
Okay.
Once everybody has left the room, Dinar is going to sit down between the two kids.
We're not taking them out of here?
Yeah, you're taking
Yeah, yeah.
from my understanding.
If you need a moment, sure, but we're burying these kids.
We're taking them back to the Ma.
We're taking them back to Madame Hargrave, but give me a minute.
I understand.
I'll find you.
Hey, Flick,
Yeah.
just in case, Dinar hasn't been looking into any necromancy spells, has he?
Bit too soon.
Last I
No.
checked,
I'm trying to make sure that when he says he wants alone time, that I'm just making sure.
I think worst thing is he's going to check in with them and make sure they're okay. That's the
Oh, are we okay with that?
I mean, might be nice to have a final message home to say bye.
Okay, this is going to lead into a quick lore question then for Craig. In terms of the afterlife and speaking with the dead, because I know in some settings it's like horrific, and in other settings it's just mundane. And I know how it works in the traditional D&D multiverse sense. Is the concept of speaking with the dead, is that like harmful to the souls, or is it just kind of, yeah, it's like a seance kind of deal?
This is Tayland asking. You can give me a religion check.
Alrighty. I mean, I'm decent at that. 19.
There are different ways of going about it. And from what you have understood in your upbringing, in Marantha's temple, that intent plays a big part. Intent when it comes to the matter of closure and not trying to get questions out, trying to like probe is generally not always successful, but it's not frowned upon. Like that peace, that closure is more acceptable when it comes to, essentially recalling spirits for the purpose of interrogating or other sorts of things. That's a little bit more frowned upon. So intent is really
So much like many things
kind of
in
the
life,
key
it's
factor.
all about context.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if it's a matter of wanting to check in and just be like, be at peace, hey, you're okay, or whatever.
Grandma,
That's one thing.
What's
Whereas
the
if it's,
code to the safe?
yeah, exactly. So intent is the
Can you
key factor.
can you use it in as a lifeline in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to use Speak with Dead to eliminate 2 answers.
On the dead? Is that a thing?
All right. In that case, I guess I'll be okay with leaving Dinar alone with the corpses, but we got to go in afterwards.
I'll bring them out when I'm done.
They belong buried somewhere. They at least deserve the respects paid to any who perish.
Serena's the last one out, and Dinar, you see her kind of looking at you for a moment, and she pulls out an emblem that she has on a necklace, and she shows it to you, and she explains. She says, "My order, we revere Naya, goddess of balance and death. What you seek to do for these two, you have my respect, Captain." And she puts it away and walks out and leaves you. You realize that's the first time she's called you Captain.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Once everybody's cleared the room and Dinar can hear their voices down the hall, Dinar is kneeling between the 2 corpses in front of him.
You guys are room for effect. Okay.
And not knowing exactly how this works, Dinar is going to quietly call out. I believe this was the official name that we gave this thing, or that it was the name that whatever. Mr. Sparkles.
Oh, damn.
Oh boy.
I forgot about that.
You promised 1 resurrection spell for us at a given time. There are 2 innocents dead here, forced to do evil bidding. To say this is wrong would be a massive understatement. And we need to start taking steps to making it right. Dinar's gonna lay his hand on the youngest, which you said was L.
Yes.
I know you can only do it once. For starters, let's make it right for the youngest here. Please resurrect this one.
The entity which had followed you becomes visible and kind of floats and hovers in front of you for a moment. Just kind of this pulsing. Boom, boom, boom. And you see, peering above the still body of Al, an ethereal form kind of comes. Young girl. Can't really see the features at all. Seems to be looking at you, having your attention. Kind of looks down. Looks at the other body. You hear a voice in your head. Can my sister come too?
Dinar's going to kind of bury his chin in his chest. Unfortunately, not right now. But you have my word. We will do everything we can to bring her back as well.
I don't want to leave her, though. It's nice here. We're okay.
Madame Hargrave was their adopted mother?
She ran the orphanage.
Ran the orphanage.
Yeah, so they were two orphans.
Huh.
We're okay to stay here. There's lots of flowers.
What about all the people you're leaving behind? The other kids from the orphanage. Madame Hargrave. What should I tell them?
That we're safe. There's a lady here. Says her name is Naya. She's really nice.
Does the name...
Naya is the goddess of undeath, or sorry, undeath, goddess of death and balance. The one that
that's the
Serena had. Yeah.
Yes, like that name.
Yeah.
That name. Okay.
The obviously you can assume is Al, she says. I can't come back and leave my sister.
All right. If that is your choice. What might I say to Madame Hargrave that I could convince her that I've spoken with you?
You see the figure kind of like look over her shoulder, There's nobody there. There's kind of a moment where there's just a pause. And she turns back. Arya says to tell her that they have primroses here. Those were Madam's favorite. She'll know we're okay.
Okay, I will tell her. Before you go, Elle, I don't suppose you happen to know any other kids that might be missing from Lowtown that are there with you?
I can't really remember much. It's all like a dream now.
That's probably for the best.
Arya wants to play.
Go have fun.
Bye, Mr. Dragonborn. She kind of... There's a fading.
Dinar will sit a moment. And then pull out his copper wire and point it towards wherever he thinks the party has gone. Specifically towards Serena.
I can't expect we've gone that far.
I don't
I think we're all just waiting outside the door, really.
You're all like...
What's he doing? Well, if I recognize that everybody's just standing outside the door, then I'll call for Serena.
Okay.
And ask her to take... I'll get her to take Arya, and I'll take Elle, and we'll carry them out of the room.
Allow me to help.
Sure.
The moat of resurrection, that spirit, kind of peers you again. And it kind of comes back and sticks with you.
Oh.
Not used.
Well, the spell does say, should the soul wish to return.
Yep.
I don't know how it works in Eudora, but I know in the multiverse of D&D, the longer a soul remains in the afterlife, the less likely they are to want to come back.
Yeah. Say, actually, Dinar, give me a religion check.
Okay. Am I trained in religion or history, I think?
Both intelligence based.
Yeah, so this is still decent. That's a natural 20. Plus my 4,
For
so
total?
24.
24, okay. From what you understand of sort of the various afterlives, it sounds like they've probably got the best on the other side, and there was a genuine peace that you felt coming from Elle. So even with that intention, with you not, what you're trying to do and not going the way that you expected, there's a peace. Almost given to you. You feel like that it's from elsewhere. That a peace just kind of settles on you, and that sense of balance. Everything has its balance, everything has its time, everyone has their place. And while it's still sad and unfortunate and tragic, just that comfort knowing that they are at peace. Just kind of settles in you a little bit. Doesn't fully erase the tragedy, but just gives you that little bit of spark.
Yeah. As we're walking to our place, wherever we're going to rest, Dinar will maybe tap Serena on the shoulder and just let her know that the kids are with Naya. He'll say it under his breath, not to alert the whole group, but
she kind of gives you a sharp, like an intent look, and then a smile. They're in good hands.
It sure seems so. They didn't want to leave.
Not many do. Oddly enough. I suppose not oddly enough. I mean, to be at rest, to be at peace, to find yourself there. She kind of gives a nod to where you guys are, and she's like, why would you want to come back to this?
Unfinished
you're not
business,
wrong.
I would imagine. I can't think that they have much unfinished business.
You know
Talon,
where this well is supposed to be.
hey, Talon,
What's up, Flick?
you help CC. I'll go with D. This is not something. Someone shouldn't carry this alone.
Yeah.
You guys make your way back out into the hallways, and likely one of the only spots that you can figure there's a few places where you've seen that don't have significant cracks in the floor, which have doors and stuff as well. So there's sort of the two attached chambers to the north or to the south that have the various armor decorations in them, which would be large enough for a rest. And then there's the one sort of directly ahead of you as well. It's a bit smaller, but would still do the trick. Everywhere else that you've seen is cracks in the floor, falling debris, all that kind of stuff. So
correct me if I'm wrong though, Craig, when we first got down here and we went down to that big room in the south that had all those cracks through it,
yes, you did.
Couldn't we hear water through one of the big holes in the wall at the back?
Yep.
Well.
I think wherever we're going, we gotta go south. It's probably where our well is.
Well said.
Aha.
Surely I'm very happy. I don't know who's in the lead, but I guess we'll go down the south door and see if there's maybe a passage down.
Okay. So you guys kind of you're trying to make your way back to that room that you're in.
Well, we didn't really explore the southern passage at all, right? The one with the cracks where
Well, I mean, you went through. I guess you didn't really explore the cracks at all. True.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to do that,
I figure if we go,
assume you open the
route,
door. So open the door.
Mm-hmm.
and there's no doors over here behind the statues.
I guess Torque will follow behind.
If you'd like to start looking for secret doors, then you may make investigation checks.
I will take a look.
Serena will lend aid to whoever wishes it.
My investigation's not terrible. It's a +4. Anybody else trained in investigation?
Better than my plus
was gonna say-
one.
Flick's decent, isn't he? I thought.
No,
I'm the perception guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is intelligence, so I'll roll with advantage.
Okay.
Double twos.
Not
So
great.
that's a total of 6.
Tap a couple of the armor, like one just like falls to the ground. Clicking, clicking.
I don't see anything over here, guys. Let's keep moving back.
Do we be checking like every room?
I don't know. I mean, we heard water through the cracks on the southern wall of that one room that was all.
But you don't see
crackly,
anything in
so-
that room, right?
Don't see anything in this room. Well, I don't know. Is my investigation just for this room, or is it for?
If you'd like to do, if you want to do like each room, you want to kind of spend the time to do it. I'd say to do a thorough investigation, probably looking at about an hour's worth, like in game. And that would we'll do like a party, kind of a group investigation check if you want to do it that way.
If only this also counted as a short rest.
This won't be a short rest, unfortunately, if you're being actively searching. But if you'd like to do it that way, or if you want to go to a specific location and do it one by one, I'll kind of leave that up to you.
I'm
won't
open
play
to
this.
thoughts. What do you guys think?
You think the well is here? I kind of want to burn this whole place down.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Tanshue kind of speaks up and she says, I know it's down here. The goddess has told me so.
So down here on this level?
Somewhere, yes.
Because I recall like we had a choice where we could either shimmy down a shaft or go the long way at some point.
It's not that sort of well. It's magic. A well of
Hmm.
Should we just-
energy,
should we just do
power,
the-
source, something.
Should we just do a quick tappity tap on all the walls and call it a day?
That would be the
I
fast
mean,
way.
if the lady thinks it's down here, then it's down here. So let's give it a thorough look over.
Denard, do you have any useful spells that can detect secret doors?
I mean,
Or do we think maybe
we could
it's
spend 10
like,
minutes. I could detect magic.
well, that would only work if it's an illusion. Do we think maybe it's like, because there's all this collapse stuff, do we think maybe it's in like a collapsed tunnel, or maybe it's down at the deep of the ravines and stuff?
Well, but if the well is magical, I can see 30 feet with it active.
Can you see through walls?
I don't think it's like X-ray vision, but
Well, then I don't
could I
think that
not
would be very
detect
helpful.
the magical presence? But through. Oh wait, no.
You wouldn't. Yeah, you can't see through all of it. I'd
Spell
say.
can't penetrate most barriers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spell can penetrate most barriers. Not 1 foot of stone though. Never mind.
Yeah. That's stone all around you. So.
Then no.
Well, if we want to hang out and take a look, I suppose. I don't know about you. This thing is starting to bruise quite sufficiently, and I'm tired.
I
yeah,
suppose.
I mean, Vale had to go somewhere, didn't he? Or Vale it.
He came and went at will, just teleportation, sort of magic.
Suppose that confronting him might be no good if we're not in a condition for such a confrontation.
If we confront him now, I don't have much left to offer.
Be that as it may, we'll never get a better chance.
We confront him now.
This is true.
We're dead. I don't think any of us can survive that.
No, we need to
We
rest.
need to find If rest we must, then we must. I do not feel right leaving.
Well, I mean, the lady says the well is down here somewhere. Let's give it a once over, and if we can't find it, then we gotta, live to fight another day.
Worst case, we
All
could
right.
go back to that first room that we entered this lower chambers in. That had
Yeah, go
somewhat
find the
stable flooring.
pants sweating guards and
Let's,
go camp with them again.
Do you want to scour the place before we head up, or is that the plan then?
We might
You
as
guys
well
want to give me a group investigation check then?
Yeah,
if you
we
wanna
might
do
as
that?
well on our way back to the stairwell. Check all the walls and stuff on our way.
Okay.
So we're all just rolling investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make an investigation check as well for what it's worth.
Yeah, I'll just say we'll get a group. Okay, you guys, I'll get all of you to. Basically, this is as you guys are all you're all going through.
All right.
Mine was a 7.
I'll get Paige to help me for advantage. Because apparently we need it. Oh, really?
Ooh, there you go. Serena.
Dinar gets an 11 total.
Flick and his
Okay.
faithful
So Fleck and Serena with a
Paige.
19 and an 11. Okay.
Paige
It
is
takes
finding
you-
all the interesting spots and lighting them up for me.
It takes you a while, but you eventually, Dinar, you kind of get the idea. You're like, you had the right idea of checking the armor. No, they can't just. It's weird to just have all these suits of armor just kind of sitting here. And with that in mind, you kind of lead the group, and with Serena's expertise at looking for hidden things, Flick as well, kind of getting in. You're starting to get a sense of things. You eventually do find. I'm just going to drag you all up here. A secret.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. There's a secret room.
That is not at all where I was expecting that to be.
Well, then it was pretty
if
good
you
at
were,
being
I
a secret
was going
room
to say,
then,
if
huh?
you're going to have a secret door, you're going to put it somewhere no one would ever think it would be.
Yeah,
that's
secret door
just
is right
secret
where
door
you-
101.
If a secret door is right where you expect it to be, then it's just a door.
It's a door, yeah.
And you find a hallway on the other side, one that's in remarkably better condition than the rooms that you've been in so far.
Well, is Torque going down first?
I will.
Dinar will light up his scales as we go. Make sure we have enough light.
Hooray.
Oh, good. I'm already in darkness. So it'll be much needed.
Well, here, let me give you some light.
Oh, am I supposed to be here? Oh, yes, I am. I thought I just went through a wall or something.
No. At the end of this tunnel, you find a door. And on the door, there is a rune that matches many that you've seen from the ancient unknown language that you've come across. The void gate at the entrance to these ruins, other places. Once again, indicating that this place is old. It seems to have important connections. And as you approach the door, the four of you that are fractured see it shift to your own native language.
Oh.
What does it say?
Well.
Convenient.
Simply says one word. Seek.
Seek.
Seek. Do you open that door?
Yes.
I mean, we've come this far.
I think we have to.
It's like, nah, we'll just leave it.
Oh.
You see a strange chamber on the other side. There are remains of tentacles. You can see that tentacles have breached into this room. And yet, as they've breached this room, they've died, they've shriveled up. They don't seem to be able to penetrate. There's this barrier of energy surrounding this well, and it looks like just a normal fountain, a well, but you can tell that there's this powerful magical energy that's pulsing off of it, enough that each of you can just feel it, kind of coursing through your veins and pulsing through your very body. You feel this strange, deep connection to it as it just gives off.
I feel funny.
A fractured energy. You can feel like a connection to the Ataxian weave itself. But even then, something deeper, something older, something more alien, otherworldly. And above the well, there's a scroll case that's just hovering about a foot, just in the air, just hovering there, covered in more ancient runes.
I think that's an elder scroll.
Something. It's
Oh boy.
well, I think this is a dinar thing.
Can I get all of you to give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Oh, my strong suit is what you're saying.
I
23.
still have my arcane deflection, so wisdom save. I should be good at this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, 21.
Dirty 18.
I rolled an 8 plus 4 for 12, but I do have arcane deflection. So if that's a failing saving throw, I'm going to add a plus 4 to that.
Okay. With your plus 4, what would it be?
12.
So-
Sorry. With my plus 4, it would be 16.
Okay. So it's not necessarily a fail, as it is one of you that got the lowest. So either way, you're going to be the lowest. You feel this scroll call, like beckoning to you, and you feel drawn to it, that you know that you need this. And that fracture within your white eyes kind of flash purple for a second, then you go back to white as you just like, and you just reach forward. Before the rest of you can stop him, Dinar just kind of steps forward and you just grab the scroll case and
okay. I guess
pull
we're
it
just
back.
going right into it.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Because, every time we touch something that we find randomly behind this Ataxian stuff, it's always great.
Unrolling it.
Captain, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I all of a
Unrolling
sudden
it,
have a penchant
you
for buying
find
red flags.
a scroll written in language that you don't know but can read. You find yourself able to read these runes. But each of you also hears a voice speak as the scroll is unraveled. A voice stretching across the plains, it would seem.
Oh, that's not coming through, Craig.
It's not.
Oh, I
No.
thought you were just taking a very long
Yeah,
dramatic
there's
like,
dramatic
this is-
pause.
Why is it not playing? You guys don't hear it?
It came in for a moment. That's the only reason I'm calling it out.
Oh, why isn't it playing? I had it like
I
max
heard it.
volume. I'll play it again.
Did you hear all of it?
Yeah, it never stopped for me.
You don't hear it?
No, stream's not going to be hearing that, unfortunately.
Well, they can normally hear the music.
Is it something you could send me real quick on Discord and I can play it for the stream?
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll
Let me
fix.
find
We'll
it.
fix this
Let
in
me find
post.
it.
What's this in post?
You could.
There. I sent it to the general chat there. You can play
Okay.
it.
Oh shoot. Oh yeah, that's okay. All right.
Can you guys see it though? Can you see the scroll that I put?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
In Roll20, you don't see it? I clicked show players.
I don't see it.
I can
It's
see
not
it.
there.
Do you need to
Because you're a
refresh your
DM.
game mic?
Maybe I need to refresh the game. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Were you playing it in Roll20 or were you playing the sound over Zoom?
No, it was in
Sound-
Roll20.
Oh. Well, then what the heck?
I'm saying I think your roll 20 is no
Yeah,
longer.
because you should be able to see the scroll in there as well.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I will hit refresh on the Roll20, apparently.
I'll read it if it doesn't work. But
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
I had like all dramatic and everything.
God damn it, Mike.
Like, come on.
It's not my fault. Okay, let me just add this real quick. This is a media source.
Technology, folks.
Yep.
Can't live with it.
I still don't see a
Yep.
scroll or anything, but
Really?
whatever.
That's weird.
Okay. Everybody shut up. We're going to listen to this.
Okay.
See if this is going to work. Oh,
Empty winds from dead stars and faded dreams. Empty voices.
That ain't working, is it?
Without scenes which close the void from
All right. Well, I'm just gonna read it then,
sorry.
and we'll try to get it in there. I'll see if we can get it working. So I had this big epic like deep voice thing on and everything too. So,
It sounded really
Um,
cool.
but you hear the voice speaking out as the scroll is unrolled, and it says, "Empty winds from dead stars and faded dreams. Empty voices without hearts, without seams which close the void from encroaching dread. They have spoken, yet none have heard, none but the riven soul, not alive, yet not dead. 12 deaths, one more to come. Behold, we are undone."
Creepy.
What
And
does it
that's where we're
mean?
gonna end tonight's session.
What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Oh,
So that was an otherworldly voice that we all heard.
You all heard as the scrolls unraveled.
Interesting.
And you all die. No, I'm kidding. But yes, it is well after 11 now, so that is where we will pick it up next time. But we can say that if you feel oddly at peace in this room, there's a protection, a magical aura here that, you know, has protected against from the tentacles that seem to try to break through and have been pushed off. So if you would like to take a long rest or before you exit, this would be the place to do it, or you want to just bamf out, then your choice.
I'm pro the long rest, but
I too would like to rest before. we
It
go
certainly would
somewhere.
not hurt. Yeah.
Okay. We will say that you can long rest in this room then,
Okay.
around the
Hooray.
well. Be well rested.
recharge my hit die that I spent.
Sleep well. It's a well-deserved rest. All's well that ends well.
I could use one of those in real life. For being honest,
I could keep going, so I better not. All right. So that's where we're on tonight's session. But you can only get the benefit of a long rest if you want to apply that to yourselves. And we will pick it up from there, not next week, but the following week, because next week is a holiday for us Canucks. We will be enjoying our long weekend, and we will pick it up there. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And if you've been watching live and hanging out with us, best way to do it. We enjoy having the feedback and the interaction. So it's a great time for us as well. But until next time, make sure that you check out our link tree, do all the follows and the likes and the subscribes and all that good stuff. And don't forget to grab your tickets for the Heroes of CF. It's going to be an awesome time, and it's a good cause. So do check it out, and we'll catch you next time. Happy gaming, everyone. We'll see you later.